getting that.
I've been looking at getting the van. Just got
Yeah.
other things to finish first.
Cool.
I
Brad,
hear,
you're live.
okay.
We are live, guys. How you doing? Brad, we're live. Say hi to everybody.
Hey, everybody. As usual, like I'd like to keep it as a open forum. If you, even in the chat room, if you'd like to have him spotlight stuff, please ask him to do so. He said-
Don't give me work. You're telling them to give me work, and I don't want to do any work.
we are going to talk about the Rock Hobbies van kit for 18 scale, right? I think it's 18 scale.
18 scale, the Hobby Plus.
Yeah, the Hobby Plus, and we're going to show. Well, I don't think we can actually show the video. I don't necessarily want to show the video, but I want to show the vehicle he showed.
We can put the link to the video. They can go see it themselves.
Okay.
But this is the Harvester. This one was a kit, the RC18 Builders Edition kit. So I did build this one and painted it myself. So turned out pretty good. And these have better shocks and actually brass beadlock wheels in the front. So nice little truck. So start showing it off, Brad?
Yes, please.
Okay.
But I had shocks in here.
Thanks, Green Frog.
I don't see the chat, so you'll have to follow your own chat. So this is the Builder's Edition of the Hobby Plus. CR18P Builder's Edition. They call it the Rock Van.
What do you mean? What do you mean you have a bone to pick with me, Jason?
Oh yes, I know what he wants to talk to you about. He's going to be in here later and telling you.
What did I do wrong?
Oh, you'll see. You'll find out later when he comes in. Okay, the Builder's Edition basically comes like this, like a kit. So everything is apart, but the axles are actually built. Your transmission is all built and all put together. And the frame is put together. So the only thing you have to do is just assemble it. So it's pretty quick to build. It doesn't take long at all.
Looks like that one comes with the 4 brass rings, right?
No, that looks like inserts.
Uh,
Actually, that is 4 brass.
yeah, I think those are 4 brass. Mine came with 2 brass rings, but that one does look like there's 4 brass rings. Yeah, there's 4 there. Because there is no foam. Mine had no foam in there because the truck is so small.
Right.
I don't think there's any foam.
Take the TRS4
Yeah,
and
there's the
4.
tires. Oh yeah, I might be some foam in there. I can't remember if I had foams. Anyways. I like the fact what they've done with the grill. It's nice and detailed. It's actually a not polycarbonate, but it's a molded grill. To me, it's better.
Hey, Tank, it magnified it.
Oh, what?
I said it magnetized it.
Oh, it did
I thought
magnetize.
you said
You did?
magnified. I would have already got
Magnified,
that.
magnetized.
One of those N words.
Yeah.
This would be a cool little van to put a fast motor in there, and
Yeah.
too bad it's got the windows, but it would do a nice
Hey,
18
Hakeem.
van.
Duckman's van.
Duckman? I would say 18.
Yeah.
They did an AT van, I think, out of one of them.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, Brian's RC stuff said that 18 van looked sweet.
cool.
Next thing you know, in a few months, we're going to find out Josh bought one.
I plan on it.
I don't think it's very expensive. Did it show what the price was, Frank?
129.
Yeah,
I
it's
guess
like,
that's not bad, is it?
You know if these knuckles are universal, or do they have a left and right? I don't see any left and right on them.
which knuckles?
for the 24.
Well, if they're the
Aisle
same
there.
length, they're universal, but if one is shorter than the other one, you do have to put it where it actually goes.
Yeah, they look like the same length. And it doesn't have an
There it
R
is.
or an F on them.
There's the 18.
Yeah.
Yeah, I tried to look for the price that way, Tank. I had to back out and go to their vehicles for that to get the price.
Okay,
Lyle's in the chat.
but it's a nice kit because you do get the better shocks, you do get the better
Brass ring.
brass rings also.
They're portal axles too, I believe.
Looks like it, yeah.
Yeah,
Like metal pinion ring gear.
yes, they do have metal ring and pinion, and I think the transmission's still plastic. I have
mean, I
looked at
assume
this
you
one a
can
lot.
upgrade it to brass gears.
$129 US.
Yep.
I clicked on the buy now.
I hope Lyle likes this kit.
There, remove. I emptied my shopping cart. Like that, there's no error.
Oh, so he
What?
just got the hay boxing.
Cool. Another kit that came out from Charisma is this thing.
The
So
Tacoma
this
body.
this is the Motion RC's website. Brad found that a little while ago. He sent me the link. He said, check these out. So we're checking it out. You can't blow that up, but it's on their V2.1 chassis platform from Charisma.
I think it's a nice body.
It is nice. It comes with LED. It's installed. It comes ready to run. That's an interesting ESC. Advanced electronic. And then we have a whole bunch of different specs. Wheelbase is 12.2 inch, 313 millimeter.
Is that like a mid length wheelbase?
No, 12.2 is pretty much standard. It's not short wheelbase. It's not long. It is kind of like you're saying mid. I like the fact what they've done with the body. It is molded grill in the front.
Molded.
Also, the headlights looks really real because it looks just like the real Tacoma, which is kind of not a halo, but a quarter of a halo kind of in the front.
And hard plastic rear view mirrors, it looks like too.
Yeah. And the box at the back also, it looks like this comes in two pieces. So it's more realistic than having the whole body in one piece.
The only thing they did bad on it is if I remember right, the bed is only
Right.
like a millimeter or two down from the top.
Hmm.
At least it's licensed body.
Right.
They should make an optional independent front suspension for it because that vehicle actually has an independent front.
Yeah, but I understand what you mean, but because this is sold to a lot of people, they want to save costs, and putting IFS is going to bring up the cost.
Well,
They're
it'd be
trying to
an option.
mass produce and mass sell.
Well, they could bring it out as an optional piece.
No,
They
they
don't
could
have-
just like
Well, it did for a while.
And but by the way, they're about to change that body style again next year or for the end of the year.
Toyota.
So this is the one that's out now. I think the 23 or 24 is body's gonna.
You're talking about the 1-to-1s is going to change, or are you talking Charisma is going to change the body next year?
No. Toyota's gonna change it.
Okay, Toyota, the real Toyota
Yeah,
truck. is gonna
there's
change.
going to be a new body style for the Tacomas,
So you're saying this is a 2022 model?
probably.
Okay.
What link is he talking about? Is it for hay boxing? I thought Dirk sent him information for what I needed.
Don't know.
Brad's all
Kind of on the
stressed out.
pricey side, this Charisma. That's kind of expensive for Charisma.
I don't know. That's the website you gave me, so that's the one I'm looking at right now.
No. I'm just saying, I didn't expect the price to be that high.
Hmm.
But I guess that's the price you pay for getting a licensed vehicle.
Is there a link for tonight's chat? Brian's RC stuff. Yeah, aren't you on the email list? I think he was.
Well, he didn't get a link, it sounds like.
Hey, leave it to me. I can fuck up things too, you know.
I didn't say that you're perfect, Frank.
No. I'm saying it. I'm saying I'm the one that actually fucked it up. Because I can do it. Thought I used the right one that I actually sent them last time. Let me check. You keep talking to them and I'll look for the email.
So, Jason, you got the car, I assume?
Oh, yes, he got the car.
When I gave it to John, he lost the manual for it. So there is a link to hay boxing, but you're gonna have to use your computer to do it because it's only set for a computer or a laptop. I just sent one to Jason.
I don't know what his email is. So if you want a link, send me a link to the tankrc@gmail.com. The tankrc@gmail, and I'll send you the link.
I sent Jason one. I don't have Akeem's email or Brian's.
No, the biggest problem, I don't know, does Sergeant J want me to mention what he wants to talk to you about, or is he going to talk to you? Because I can basically tell you.
I'd like you to tell me.
Hey?
Sergeant Jay said he wants a link for the live. I think he wants to do this live.
Oh, okay. Let me go on here and actually put it here in the chat of WhatsApp. Because I thought Brian wanted the link, not Sergeant J.
I just saw Sergeant. There he
Oh,
is.
there's Sergeant J. I thought he was on the link.
Oh,
If
we
I
live in
angered
here?
you,
We
I'm
in here?
very sorry, Jason. If I angered you, I don't know what I did.
Oh, I know what you did.
Me too.
All right, so I'm not angry. I'll tell you that right now. I'm upset.
I don't
But
know
I'm
what
not
you
angry.
did. I don't know what you did, brother.
It takes a lot to get me angry. I've been through a lot of crazy stuff like war and stuff. So I'm gonna tell you about something that you shouldn't do when someone's willing to help you. So previous conversations, you never really mentioned anything about a truck being fully torn into a whole bunch of pieces and all over the place in a Ziploc bag. And you wanted me to help you. You said it was a diff issue or something like that. Not a whole truck needs to be built issue. Like it's a kit. So you need someone to tell you like it's not okay to do this kind of stuff, to send something to somebody and want them to spend hours and hours putting something back together
I thought you might have
in a
forgotten.
bag of parts.
I think I
I don't
told you
recall
that
it ever
would be-
being mentioned that it was in a Ziploc bag, freezer bag full of parts. Just want to let you know that it's one
I'm
of the things
sorry,
where you
I
got to
didn't-
be
I
fully
thought you knew.
disclosed.
I thought I
Nah,
told you that it was-
I don't recall ever hearing nothing about it. I had plenty of conversations about saying, yeah, I'll look at it for you, that kind of stuff, but not rebuild a full truck for you
Yeah,
and then put
basically,
it back in a box and send it to you.
basically what you should have told him is I took it all apart. It's all in pieces to figure out what was wrong with it. And I figured it was the diff. But you
Well-
forgot to say all the part in front of it. And you mentioned, I figured it was the diff, but you forgot to
So,
say that big
I am
sentence. at the beginning.
fully about just looking at something for somebody and checking it out, see what the problem is. But if you send me a bag full of parts like this, I'm gonna have an issue with that every time. Especially if you didn't
I'm
fully
sorry,
disclose that.
I thought I explained myself that it was in pieces.
And then I happen to learn the backstory behind this same truck. And that kind of
Oh,
puts
yeah,
a lot of
yeah.
icing on the cake. So you know what I'm saying? So
What
this stuff's
the other-
getting, these parts are getting cleaned up. And I'm gonna clean it all up and make it look nice and everything, but I put it back in the box and sending it back to you. And then you could treat it like your Tamiya bills. There will be the part that you need in there for sure. But you can treat it like your Tamiya bills and put it back together.
So your new
Is that
diff.
fair? Is
will
that
be
fair
in there.
enough?
I'm sorry. I thought I explained that it was in pieces. That I took it apart because I had to clean it, and then
I mean, it wasn't very clean, I'll tell you that too. Like I'm looking at the tires right now and the wheels, and they're really dirty. And I took it upon myself to simple green these parts, clean them up real nice, rinse them off, and then lubricate them. And I'm gonna clean them up, put them back in the bag, and send it back to you. So you'll get a nice clean kit to work on when you get the stuff back.
Well, I'm
So,
sorry. I thought
That's where I
said
stand
stuff
with
about-
that.
I'm
Yeah.
sorry. I thought I said stuff about that it was like this.
I'm just saying for the future, make sure that you mention that stuff so somebody knows what they're getting into when they were saying, hey, I'm willing to look at something for you. Because this is a completely torn apart truck.
Oh,
That's a
geez.
picture of me cleaning up the parts for you. So everything's been clean and
out
everything's
of-
nice now. So you'll have a nice template to work with. You won't have any issues going forward, but you should be able to put this thing back together with no issues.
It's going to be like a Tamiya kit, but no manual.
Yep.
Well,
Unless you can find a PDF. That shouldn't be hard to do.
actually, John and I will probably go over it after he fix my Arma.
Go.
Oh, you got a neighbor or somebody that comes over?
No,
John
I'm
Martin.
talking about John Martin when he comes to see me.
Ah, okay. I'll say
I
good
was
luck
afraid
getting
to
this
try
thing
to
back
put
together.
that. I was afraid to put that together because I was having problems getting the motor in the right place to get it back together. John said he would deal with it. He never dealt with it for years,
Why ain't you going in?
and he somehow lost the manual to it. I don't know how, but he did.
Well, I think you'll be able to get it back together, man. With all your experience putting together these Tamiyas, this should be a walk
This
in
is
the
very
park.
different than a Tamiya.
Yeah, but an A-arm is an A-arm and it's common
Bearings
sense
are
when you're
bearings.
building those.
The B arm
Gears
is
are
a B arm.
gears, shocks are shocks.
Yeah.
The long shocks usually go in the rear, short shocks usually goes in the front. If they all four the same shocks, doesn't matter.
They're
which
all.
one
I
you
think
put
they're all.
front.
I think they're all the same size. They're all the same length.
So it usually goes, Brad, it usually goes two shocks goes in the front and two shocks goes in the back. Don't put all four in the rear. It'll be-
So
But yeah, Brad,
got-
I'll definitely clean this stuff up. I'll wipe everything down. I'll get it back in the bag for you. I'll send it back. I'll wrap it up with some paper towels too, so everything will soak back into the paper towel. You won't have
Well,
any issues there.
I'm sorry about the
But I'll put that.
miscommunication.
Yeah, it's all good, man. Just make sure next time you do something like that, you just make sure everybody knows or whoever you send it to knows full details. 'Cause I'm getting a box in the mail today. My wife's like, "You got a package?" I'm like, "Where's it from?" She says, "Ohio," and I'm like, "That's got to be the truck that Brad sent me." I open up the box and I open it up to a Ziploc bag full of just stuff everywhere. And I'm like, "Yo, come on, man. I ain't got time for all this." You know what I mean? So I'm thinking I'm gonna take the truck out, pull the rear end or the front end off, look at the diffs, get the parts replaced, put it back in the box and send it back to you. That's what I'm expecting. But to get their bag full of stuff, kind of ridiculous in my opinion.
It's like calling your garage and say, my car is making a weird noise. Can I bring it to you? It won't take you long to look at it. And you bring it on a flatbed and it's all apart.
Trust me, I've seen it all before with that kind of stuff.
Oh yeah.
Cooling in the oil pan, gelled up. It was running good last week. Yeah, that's all I had to say, Brad. I don't want to go too crazy on you with all this stuff, but I just want to make sure that if you ask somebody to fix something for you in the future, make sure you tell them the full details on everything, because that's crazy in my opinion. Like, to expect me to put this thing back together for you.
Brian's RC stuff is asking, can you detail my big rock if I send it to you, Sergeant?
That's easier to work with.
Oh
It's
yeah,
not
it has to
small.
be in one piece though. I'll do it. Of course, I might charge you a fee for that though.
That only makes sense.
Yeah. I'm hanging out for a little bit longer though. And good news though, Verizon took care of me with the LMT, so that's good.
Yeah, good.
They're replacing the ESC block from them, and then
What
the gear that
hell?
chipped on my last live, they're replacing that, and I got a free gear by using my points, so I'll have a couple of gears for that.
What was wrong with the ESC that you got for that LMT?
It was not putting out voltage to the receiver.
Oh,
So the wire that goes into the receiver wasn't putting out any voltage to it. So I told them about it, and they were like, "Yeah, we'll send a new one out to you. Don't worry about the old one." So I was like, "All right, cool." So I chopped off the wires and stuff because I like to keep the wires in case I make other connections or something like that.
why'd you do that? You just had to use a BEC and you had a free ESC.
True. But if you can't get signal out of it, then there's a problem there too, though.
That is correct. Was the signal going through, or that we don't know
Nothing.
yet because you
Nothing powering up the receiver from the ESC itself.
That's
So if I was
understandable. That no power
trigger, you got nothing.
Okay, you're not getting power from the ESC, but was it getting signal? You don't know until you put power to your receiver, and there's different ways to do
That's
that.
true.
Either by a BEC or by a battery pack that you can actually
you're
power
right.
up your receiver.
I did try other stuff too, but it didn't work. So
Okay.
I don't know. So yeah, they
It
were
might-
like, "Yeah, we'll just see you another one."
Yeah, it might be the ESC that's just real bad.
Somebody in the background.
Yeah,
Oh,
Brian.
who jumped in?
Brian's here.
What's up, Brian?
Hey
How you
guys,
been,
how's
man?
it going?
Brian.
Good. Just listening into the interesting conversations.
Hey, man, it happens, man.
Yeah.
Got to deal with things as they come up.
I was of course kidding. I would never take advantage.
I wasn't
Ask
trying to
for
take
detail.
advantage of him. I thought I told him.
No, I'm not saying you were. I'm just saying I was just kidding about the big rock.
You just forgot to mention it. That's all.
Yep, that's all there is to it, man. Just be cognizant of that stuff next time.
So you got the right diff that I needed?
Oh yeah, it'll be in the package when you get it back.
Wait a minute. I thought it was a left diff, not the right diff.
I don't think it really mattered. It just was missing a spider gear.
Okay.
Mhm. That was super duper cheap, nothing crazy, easy to get.
Cool.
I think I even got a discount on it, so it worked out.
I was hoping if you put it back together that you would find out it was actually a pretty fun little vehicle to play with.
Yeah, if I had the time to sit there and mess with that, I would do it, but I don't, unfortunately.
Well, if you ever come and see me, if the car's put together with John Martin's help, well, I'll have to let you play with it. So you know what I'm talking about.
So the lady that I went to see last week, last weekend, had only a few RCs, a few stuff, and she does have a drifter. And what she had as a drifter, basically, is the Red Cat Lightning STK. So 179 US, and that's what it looks like for the chassis.
That's a touring car. I can tell by the tires.
So I'm going to be playing with that. I'll probably buy that off the lady because for the same simple reason, I do not have a on-road Red Cat. I do have the 64, but that's completely different beast than what this is.
Those rims are funny with those tires, but oh well.
Well, it's not really those that I have, but it's been rebuilt and it looks kind of neat. Let me show you real quick.
It looks like, look at how many different vehicles now that they have.
Oh, yeah.
The STK is the Lightning that you got is more like one's
These
the Drift
drifters
and
from
one.
Red Cat are actually a rebranded. It's not them that makes it. It's a China rebranded mark that if you really look at some of them, they all have the same. So this is what it looks like now.
And it came with
Yeah,
that
that's clean.
body.
Is that a truck or is that like an El Camino style?
No, it's
No,
a
that's a
truck.
truck.
It's a pickup.
That's that Vitera body, isn't it?
That's the Vitera body.
Oh, the Vatera.
It
Okay.
looks very nice. These
that's
tires
clean.
are actually the
Man, that'll look good if you had the skinnies in the front and the thick ones in the rear, man. Some drag
yeah,
radials in the
they
rear.
are a little bit skinny in the front and thicker in the rear, just a little bit. And it is deep dish in the rear, and in the
Okay.
front it's not. So it does stick it out a little bit. I'm gonna see if I'm gonna keep these tires because what I really like to do on this is you can see there the body is a little higher, is actually slam it down. I want this thing to be like that.
Actually, the rims look good with that body.
They do look good, but the problem is the rear, it won't go in because the rear it hits the body. So because these actually come out because they're deep dish, they actually come out. But yes, these rims do look nice with this. So I'll probably keep this because it is very clean. I like what he's done with it. And it looks
You'll
cool. And
run
I
it.
don't have a Red Cat, so I'll probably keep this one for me, buy it off the lady. So.
Those are offset wheels.
Yes. There's a little bit of an offset because they're much wider, so it brings the wheel out a little bit. So
Actually brings it in closer to the hub because because it's deep on the other side.
Mhm.
I think that's how it works.
well, it sticks it out. I don't have a Red Cat. So let's get back to the regular thing and talk about we were here and we were about
Oh,
to
what we
talk-
talking about now? What's this?
Oh, he wants
Oh,
to see
this
the Tacoma again.
This is
Yeah,
the
what is
Tacoma from
That's
Charisma.
nice. They got a taco now, huh?
Yeah.
Dang,
I've never heard of
that's
Motion
clean.
RC.
The Motion RC is a
You
store.
got it right.
Oh, okay.
It's a store. The guy has a website, a video on YouTube, and
That's clean.
that was looking at it. Yeah, it does look very clean. This is a ready to run kit, which is very nice. It's on their 2.1 chassis. And Charisma is okay. It's to me, it's an entry level more of an RC.
Mm-hmm.
But there is
super
some
entry level
options,
stuff.
but not a lot of options for them. But there is some options, which their stuff is pretty good. But the price is not bad, $349. That's pretty good.
That's the price you pay for a licensed body.
But Brad says the front needed to be IFS.
Yes, because in real life, that vehicle has an IFS in front.
But even if they came out with one, Brad probably would not buy one because he can't afford it.
Oh, well, I also can't really crawl unless everything's right in front of me. Because I can't walk.
But I like what they've done with the headlights, like the halo. It's kind of a bright, so I like what they've done with that. It's makes it for more true.
Realistic body.
Yeah. So
I could see Josh buying the body for just a truck he wants to put it on.
It would fit on the normal truck because that's 12.2 wheelbase.
The rims are nice.
Okay. Team Corrali, their Asuga buggies, 3 different colors. So you're looking around $600 US for them.
I'm hearing good
And
things about
Masugas?
Sugas.
Yeah.
I gotta see a real basher hit it with like RC Dude that he won, or a Rich Duper Bash, or what's the other dude, Aldo Loyal. I gotta see one of them bash it before I
What,
think about getting it.
Saruga? About the Saruga? Asuga?
Yeah, the Suga. Yeah, I gotta see one of them cats bash it before I decide to see how strong it is and try to get one. Because
If
I
I
would
come-
get that over like an XRT or something because it's cheaper.
If I come across the video again or another video of it, I will send it to you.
Yeah, let me know.
All right. I prefer
Because,
the red one.
I like the red too. I don't like the green. The blue, I could do the blue too. But yeah, I don't like I don't know. I don't know if I really like it yet because the videos I've seen of it, I don't know. It just doesn't look like it's going to be as tough as they say it is. But I haven't seen anybody truly put it to the test yet.
Mm-hmm.
Not the type of bashing that I will be doing.
Well, Coal Rally is, as far as I know, no one's really had major problems with it.
They have their quirks and stuff. They got their little issues. You know, I was out there in Italy bashing with guys that did nothing but Corelli, and they had their little small problems here and there. But yeah, it wasn't anything super crazy. Like
On now.
it wasn't some red cat stuff where they got to stop production because they had a bunch of defects.
Mm-hmm.
Now, these shocks look nice and beefy, though.
Is that an
Like
Italian?
I'll run it because
company?
I wanted a big buggy. I've been wanting a buggy, so I
Damn
don't have
it.
any buggies at all.
Yeah, it is a bigger buggy.
Yeah,
What is this, 1/8? 1/8 or it's between 1/8
Considered a
and
one.
yeah,
They say it's a
1/8.
1/6 or something like that. Are
It
they
says
calling it 1/8
1/8.
on there? Okay.
15%. Oh, 15% bigger than the average 1/8 buggy.
Yeah,
Okay,
so I would
then we're
say
talking
you're
that
getting
6
close to
scale.
that 6 scale, man, or 7 scale.
Yeah. So it's between 6 scale and 8 scale. So 7
Well,
scale.
Those
Yeah, there
shocks
you go.
look like, I hope those shocks don't give anybody any problems. They look like they can tolerate it.
The one thing that's not bad about Pirelli is they make good shocks, they make good arms, but I don't know about like the chassis stuff and anything like bending or flexing too much. I don't know too much about it. I never bought one, so I'd like to have at least one.
They do have kind of an A-frame going here in the chassis, and you can see a little bump of reinforcement here.
Yeah, they do a lot of reinforcement in the center. They
and
make that stuff pretty
you can
robust.
see that these arms are not like the Traxxas, they're all full, so it's not empty. But still,
Yep.
your shear point is going to be right here where the pin goes, or at this end where
Yep.
the pin goes.
The hinge areas are always the weak
That's
point.
why I usually break them even on Traxxas. I had
Hinge
to
points are-
order, but the arms wouldn't break. It would be the pins themselves would shear.
Mhm.
So I had to go with the M2Cs. I just ordered those.
the hinge points are always going to be a weak point on any car.
Is that an Italian company?
I think
Yeah.
it's British.
Oh,
Italian?
Is it Italian?
Yeah. They
I
operate
didn't know
out of Italy.
Corrali was Italian.
Because they have a race team, Italian race team that races Corelli cars.
I never heard of that before.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
I didn't hear of them until they came back out. Like they were race bred though. They had all a bunch of race stuff.
Yeah, Team
So then
Corrali
they started getting
more
into this
race,
market.
but
Like, let's compete with Arma and all them. They're doing all right.
I know
Official-
the guys in Britain use them a lot.
Here's an
Yeah,
official.
if you guys go
discussion
back
chat.
and check my footage, man, I did a video with some guys in Milan, Italy. We did a RC Bash Fest 2021 or 2022, I think it was. Yeah, RC Bash Fest 2022 in May of last year. I think it was May or June. Went out to
Sarge.
Milan, met up with all the guys, did a bunch of bashed like every truck I had at the time that I could bring with me that was working. And
Can you
just
put
had
your
a ball.
channel in the chat or something? I'd like to check it out.
Yeah, man. Got
Look,
you.
look at the die-cast stuff that's coming out in 16 scale.
Okay, let's go there.
Damn.
So this is the construction stuff, 1/16 scale. And they're die cast. They're not remote control, but these are die casts. But I believe this might be remote control.
So they're ready to control. They're ready to run. It says RTR.
Oh, yeah. Oh, they're
No.
metal. They're metal remote control. Yeah, they're the 1/16.
Look at that profile hydraulic detachable gooseneck.
I'm never gonna find that piece. Oh,
lose a piece?
shit. Oh, yeah, on my 124th. I lost the little itty bitty thing that holds the tire on, the little metal thing that goes through the
I do.
axle.
That trailer's nice. It looks like it has actual wood in it.
Hey, Brian, the link's in there now.
Thank you.
The diecast stuff's nice looking, isn't it, Frank?
The what?
Damn it.
Diecast stuff is nice.
Yeah, it's not for
Diecast
me,
is
but it
cool,
is
man.
nice.
Yeah, same here. I don't. It's not for me. Like I wouldn't collect a bunch of them, but they look cool.
Now here's some 1/10 scale Hummer out of stock, $5.99. 1/12 style missile launcher here.
This is for you,
Man,
Keith.
that's cool. That's the Patriot battery. Look at
Yeah,
that.
I'm looking for something, Brad, which I'm not gonna be able to find.
That's what it reminds me of. When I was in South Korea, we go work on the Patriot batteries, and they'd have them facing that certain direction. Pretty
Oh, yeah.
cool.
They have
I
that-
worked on this trailer. This trailer was kind of fun to build. It was
Oh, I
interesting.
found that friggin' C-clip I lost.
I had them in Saudi too.
Hey, look at the vehicles here, Keith. These are more reasonable than what we're looking at.
Oh, yeah.
They're half as
Oh,
much.
that's an MRAP.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I've ridden in those.
Oh, yeah.
Super cool. Oh yeah.
They could take the blast that you would drive over too.
Found it.
So the
Man,
key
thank
thing about
God
the
for
MRAP
magnets.
is the V-shaped hole. The
And
hole is V-shaped. So if you run over a top of an IED, it's designed to deflect the blast out to the left and the right.
And they
Thank
would
God for
survive a
Key
lot of
thing
those,
about
didn't
those.
they?
Oh yeah, I've seen them flip over, all kinds of crazy stuff.
But the vehicle would still work.
Yeah.
They saved a lot of lives inside the vehicle too.
You can see it a little bit on the side there where it's actually V-shaped where the door. It's interesting.
Ooh, that was a dilemma.
Did it say 25 plus miles an hour? Oh,
Yeah.
kilometers an hour, kilometers an hour. Weren't the MRAPs capable of doing 60 plus, Jason?
Is he still there?
Jason?
Oh,
Did anybody else see the
Yeah, I was
link?
using the
you put up?
restroom. I was using the restroom. Did you see the link? It should be in the chat.
Weren't the
I don't
MRAPs
see it.
capable?
Sorry.
Oh, hold
Well,
on.
let me see. Let me make sure.
You might not be.
Maybe I
a
didn't hit
moderator.
send.
Just type
Oh yeah, if I'm
something.
not a mod, I can't.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
just type something. I'll make you a quick moderator on it.
Can't he just leave the light
Hey.
bot where he does shout out?
No, I did not turn it on. There he
Oh,
goes.
okay.
Why
I got
is
you.
it not
Thanks.
going forward?
Add a standard moderator. There you go. You should have a warning that you're now a moderator.
What the fuck?
Oh.
Sorry, Brad.
Hey, Jason, weren't the MRAPs capable of doing like 70 miles an hour?
It depends on the model. There was an MATV that they created that can do that.
I
You
know
ever
that
heard of the
J-
MATV? Same
the-
thing as an MRAP, but a smaller platform, same
Oh, yeah.
build quality, same protections, but faster.
faster
Oh,
than
You
the
go through
Hummers.
mud
Faster
and
than
all
the
that
Hummers.
crazy stuff.
The JVTs are faster than the Hummers.
They are. I saw different models, Canadian models, our models that we have, some models from other countries over in
ones.
Europe. Yeah, they were all cool. Oh, okay. I got the notification here.
I know the JVTs,
No.
JSVTs were also replacing the Hummers.
Now, let me see if I can repost this for you.
I just did.
It's good now. Thank
Oh,
you.
you did it?
Yes, thank you.
Awesome.
So there you go.
Thanks, Tank.
The 8-wheel drives are going for less than $700. That's like half the price of what you were looking at before.
Brian, you'll see just basically nothing but a bunch of bashing. So you'll see a couple little build things here and there, but my next video I'm gonna drop is what I do? Did I do I did a time lapse building the TLR LMT. I think you'll like that.
Why is this sticking?
Hey, look at that, Frank. Do you see the crane?
Yes, that's the same crane I
Is it
put
like
on
a
my truck.
wrecker? Oh, it's an actual crane. Wow.
I
That's
actually
cool.
put that on my my RC truck here.
I do like the Patriot missile one.
I wish it would shoot real missiles, like little rockets. That would be cool.
Oh man, that'd be jacked up.
Jason would be all over that.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen some tanks that shoot pellets, like BBs and pellets.
Yeah,
Airsoft
yeah.
style.
This is the one I want.
That's a classic right there.
Yeah, but this
That'd
is
be
the
cool
one.
to put in a glass case.
The one I want is the
1/6.
1/6.
You can have
It's cheap,
okay,
Frank.
even bigger than that.
Yeah, the 1/6 I want to get, not this one.
No. The 12
That's
scale is
nice
very
looking.
nice.
Is that a working model?
Yeah, it's
Yep.
a RC. It's a working
Mm.
RC model. It actually
That'd be
runs.
cool.
It's not that expensive. It's nice. There's a remote for it.
Look at how they even made it so realistic, even to the way it drives under there.
Yeah.
I think the shifter works, and I think the seats are made out of a rubbery or leather material.
Yeah.
Or you can do what I did, Frank, and just take the toy grade and put a SCX-24 in it.
Yeah, it's cheaper that way.
There you go, Keith. Oh, another vehicle we wanted to talk about was the MT-12, Frank.
What are those little monster trucks that you just had on the screen up there?
These are the 1/24th from FMS, the new
Yeah.
monster truck from FMS.
Monster trucks.
They look
That
pretty
white
cool.
one looks like a
It almost
Kyosho.
that's like a USA one.
Yeah.
That is a USA one model. Look at that. I'll take
But it's
one of them
not
little
the
suckers
Chevy
like that
model.
and just have it. Yeah, but I'll still take one of those. That looks
They're
cool.
cheaper on Fair
They're
RC.
$145, and you can have a lot of
Yeah.
fun with them. And they
You
go
can
pretty
lock the
fast
diffs
too.
on
They're
it
pretty
too.
good.
Yeah, I'll take one of those. That'd be cool.
If you look at my
The
short spring,
the Kyosho USA one is an unreliable RC. I'll tell you
Yeah.
that. I already know that off the bat.
The new one,
Gearbox.
the 8 scale.
Yeah, it's an unreliable RC. It's a money pit.
I didn't hear
Yeah,
that the
I think you
1/8
do a bunch
was
of stuff to it.
unreliable.
Mhm. It's the reason why you don't see no more videos on nobody running them. 'Cause
What-
it takes
what's
forever to
that you
get
said, Brian?
parts. Every time you run it, it breaks.
we just posted, I think it was yesterday or day before, Frank, my son has the blue one of those. And we
Okay.
called out Tony on the moonwalk challenge where
Uh-huh.
it's where you flip it to backwards and run it.
Nice.
Oh, you're doing monster truck races?
Was just playing with one of those and did the moonwalk with it, where you run it up on
Turn
the
the
front
body
wheels like
backwards.
a
Is that what
show.
you're saying?
What's that?
What'd you say you did? You turn the body backwards?
No, you
Walk. You
You
lay
moonwalk
you
it.
lay the truck on its nose and you drive backward with it,
Okay, driving backwards, doing one of those.
but on its nose.
Mhm.
I forgot that has 2 speeds on it.
I imagine that'd be pretty fun.
I know you can lock the diffs on it.
That thing looks cool. Just on based off the picture right there, it looks pretty damn cool for a
They're
small
black.
monster truck.
Yeah.
and they're open diff actually, Brad.
Yeah, I know
Did
they're
they
open
come
diff, but I
brushless or
thought they're-
brushed?
Brush.
I thought you can also lock the diffs on it. There's a way to do it for them.
You can swap out the gears to a different diff, but it's not on the fly.
I bet you could run all day with that thing, man. And somebody run a USA one Kyosho will break that joint 10 minutes.
That's
Oh,
a
we've
John.
launched it off of ramps and stuff like that.
That's new too. There you
Yeah.
go.
Oh, you missed. Oh, he's doing it.
Yeah, that's us. Tony did that from where we called him out.
moonwalk.
He's got two of those videos. Frank,
Yeah,
if you
he's
go to the
got
one
this
before it,
one and he's got this one.
yeah. And if you see, he tagged my Instagram up there. Yeah, Powerlifter 79.
Corey McKenzie, are you new?
Oh,
That does that soup that thing up.
so which one is yours? This one, I
That
guess?
one. The one on the yeah, there we go.
Jim.
Yeah, that's my son. He's pretty
So-
dang good with that truck.
It's got a good little ESC on that to pop wheelies.
Yeah.
So it's
And that's
stock.
That's stock.
Yeah, that's bone stock.
That is
100%
cool.
stock.
Truck
There you
moonwalk.
go, Sergeant. That looks like a little fun.
We got, let's see. What I'm on lagging over here on my iPad because I'm doing some stuff right now with some military stuff. I just got a message about something.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you, Corey.
Guess we
Glad
got
you're here.
a missing airman or something like that. So they're sending out a picture asking if anybody recognizes him.
Yeah, you would have a lot of fun on the indoors with that, wouldn't you? It's pretty fast too.
Oh, okay.
yeah,
I'm
it's
watching
super
the
fast.
video up there. That looks pretty cool.
That thing's capable. That looks like it's capable of getting close to 10 miles an hour. What do you think, Josh?
It's pretty quick. I don't know if it's 10, but it's fast.
I'm sure it's close.
Oh no, you saw Sasquatch.
Yep. That's Misty. Yeah. When we were at UST, Bigfoot was there.
And the dog is trying to catch the car.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
A lot of dogs are like that.
Cool. The other thing, this is the two trucks.
hmm
It's this buggy also. We talked about this the other day, but it is out. People are starting to do a lot of videos on this little buggy.
Oh,
That's a
Yeah,
cool
it's-
looking buggy.
it's
Kyosho?
a Kyosho. And it's
Man,
reasonably
oh, no
priced
way.
for a Kyosho. It's reasonably priced for a Kyosho.
How much is that one?
It's the 230s.
230s.
Yep.
I'm weary of a lot of Kyosho stuff now. I've had some issues with
Is it brushless stock?
Their build qualities.
A-Main carries a lot of their stuff.
That's good to know because I didn't when I was in Italy, man, having a Kyosho was so hard.
Well, I know A-Main. I remember I lost the screws I thought were missing from my Kyosho build. A-Main had the screws I needed. They sent me the whole bag.
Kyosho America has a lot of stuff too. If you actually go through their Kyosho
Yeah.
America website, they usually keep a lot of stuff. That's a cool looking little buggy. What size is that?
110.
110? Okay.
It's actually based on a car called the RB5 that they made back in 2007. I'm calling this vehicle a retro mod. I think there might be some slight differences from the original vehicle it's based on, but Kai RC did a drive test against the G4 Genova with it, and he felt that he eventually said he wanted the Kyosho one more than the Genova one, and he said the turn-in for steering is better on the Kyosho.
You said Hobby Wing had it, or who has it? You said stock.
Kai RC.
No, you said the store had it. Which store did you say
Oh,
had it?
A-Main.
No, he's saying A-Main carries a lot of Kyosho stuff.
Yeah, and that's what
yeah,
I want to
they-
see the price at A-Main.
I just know that I got
one
parts from
Kyosho
them.
I've been trying to get a hold of is the one that's discontinued now. I think it's what was it called? There's a little mini, like 110 scale, maybe smaller, Nitro Stadium truck. You know what I'm talking about? Let me see if I can find it.
They had nitros. They still
don't-
have some nitros.
A-Main has it on the website. Let me see.
Oh.
I don't see Kyosho's in their list though. Oh, there it is, Kyosho. Yeah, I don't see that
Yeah,
buggy.
when I go to A-Main, the first thing I see is a Kyosho
think it
pop up
comes-
on here.
I think it comes out in April.
Yeah,
I
it's
think it's
not
that
out
one
yet.
that you have. Didn't you get that one, Frank? That
I
one
got
called
this
the
Son of a bitch.
the Skyline 2000 GTR, that old school model. I
Yes,
could have sworn you got that
I
one.
got
You
this
got
one,
that,
the
right?
touring cars, the GTO. I got this one.
You got that one. There's
I got
another
that
one that you
one. I
got
got this
recently, though, right?
one.
Okay,
That one. This one.
that's a Plymouth, right?
Yeah.
Or is that a GTO?
That's a Charger, the
Charger.
supercharged
Oh, it's
Charger.
a Charger. Okay.
Yeah. So
Didn't
I
you
got
get
the
that
Bel
old
Air.
school? Okay, Bel Air Charger.
I got the
There's
GTO.
another one you got, GTO, and you got one more, right? Or more than one more?
I have this one, which is the Mercedes,
Mm-hmm.
and I also have,
I
believe
swear
it's
you got
this
this
green
one.
one.
Hey, Corey, I
Did you
had,
get this one, Tank?
It's this GTO I got.
Yeah,
hey,
the
Corey,
Skyline.
I
Sorry.
had their Outrage ST Stadium truck.
No, I did not get that one yet. No,
You didn't get that one? I thought you
No.
got that one, man.
no, not the Skyline,
Well,
not
in that
the.
case, you need to get that one.
Yeah, I am not, for some odd reason, I'm not attracted to it. I don't know. It's
You don't
No,
like it?
I like
I
that
think that's
look,
their best
man.
looking one.
Hey,
I
John,
like that look. I really do. I'm considering getting that one, man. Before they stop selling it. That's a good look.
because there's this one. Well, yeah, that I kind of like. Why did this do that to me?
you like the Nissan 240,
Datsun.
the Datsun.
Is that the Nissan or the Datsun? Yeah, I
This
like that.
one, this one I like. This one, yeah. This
I like the color
Nissan
on that.
Skyline. That one, I like that one better than this one here, which is the Datsun.
Oh,
I think
it's called the Nitro
Associated
Tracker.
Looks
Right,
better
that's the
than
one I
that.
was talking about.
Yeah, there was a Nitro Tracker.
This little guy, that's what I wanted, but they stopped selling it. You can't get it anymore. So I was pissed off because I didn't get it when I should have. This little guy right here.
Which little guy?
Let's see if I can change my camera real quick. You guys remember this little guy? Nitro Tracker.
Okay.
Yeah, the
It's a 10 scale.
little tiny 10 scale Nitro truck. It was super cool. A little 2-speed transmission in there.
They've had ones with 3-speed transmissions that were Nitro.
That
One of the
one was
monster
cool.
trucks.
Always wanted one, just didn't get around to getting one. Or a little tiny truck like Nitro. I always want a little tiny Nitro like that because they're not big, man. They're like, we call it 10 scale, but I think it's small. Very cool truck. And the little engine they put in it was actually decently reliable.
Now Jeeves, they've came out with accessories for the
59.
yeah, the 59, like all the rear tire and all the chrome parts. It's crazy what this guy's coming out with these parts.
I think it's a good color.
It is.
It's that
They're
gun
cool to
metal,
look at,
kind of
man.
gunmetal.
I don't know. I had one and I was like, I can't, this ain't my thing. So I resold it. So yeah. Thought I would like it really, really a lot and dive into it and do a lot of stuff with it. I was like, nah, this ain't for me.
There was a Kyosho Nitro monster truck that had a 3-speed transmission. I can't think of the name. I didn't know
You're probably
Schumacher had a
talking
Nitro.
about Kyosho Monster Truck. You're probably talking about the was it the Kyosho Mad Force?
Might have been, and it had a
I
3-speed.
think it's Mad Force or Giga Crusher or something like that. It was one of those that had a 3-speed in it.
It sounds, I don't like the sound of nitros, but I like the sounds of it when they're shifting gears.
Oh, I love the sound of nitros. The smell, everything.
See, if you
I
get
love it.
if you get some of
fucking
those
love it.
FMS, you can do like Tony. If you get more than one, you can jump them. It almost jumps too.
Yeah.
So looks like it's got quite a bit of speed. So that's pretty good.
Yeah, they do.
The
The
jump
one I
pretty
always
well.
works
wanted
better
was
on
that Giga Crusher. The Giga Crusher had 2.21 engines in it.
0.21.
It was a twin, 0.21, yeah. It had 2 of those in it. Crazy.
They also had made one that had
Crazy
only
build.
one. They also had a monster truck that had only one motor in it, and it was on the bigger side. Might have been a
That thing was
25.
insane. Then they had the Twin Force is another one I wanted. Never got that one. That was way too expensive at the time back when I was a young airman. But I can't spend this much on this thing.
Did you?
I
Do you
really
remember?
wanted it. It had dual 550 motors on it. It was awesome.
Did you remember? I don't know if you remember seeing the
Chain
buggy.
driven.
Nitro. They had some buggies that were nitro that had that motor, that engine way in the back behind the axle.
I don't remember that one.
I've seen those run. They're kind of funky looking, but they move out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Those are some of the real early Kyoshos.
I saw one when I went to they had one, right? So when I was talking about getting that Twin Force, right? I go to my first deployment and we go to UAE. And so United Arab Emirates, we go there and then we take a trip to Dubai, like a tourist style trip. And I go to the Mall of the Emirates and they had a hobby shop in there. And they said at this point, I've only like a year into the hobby, like I don't really know nothing yet. So I'm like, man, I like that Twin Force, I'm watching YouTube videos, like really crappy YouTube videos at that point. And I see this thing in there and I'm like, man, I really like that thing and I wanted it. And I was like, this was way too much. Cause over there, you gotta think they want double what you pay like in a hobby store in the States. So they're wanting like $1,200 for this thing or something like that. And I'm like, I can't do it.
I had a feeling that, you know what? That might not have been far off what they sold in the United States. I think that was Kyoshos are usually not very cheap.
Yeah, but he's saying he thinks he can get it for like 6 or 8 in the States.
Yeah, and they wanted
not
like
gonna pay
freaking between $1,200 and $1,400 for that thing.
Look, John,
And it
you just
wasn't
dressed up.
even brushless or nothing. It was just a regular brushed vehicle.
John's got to rest up for that build that Brad has planned for him.
He was supposed to.
Oh man.
Hey, by the way,
Oh,
look what I found.
Oh, you found it.
look at that.
You
Look at that. You
found
got the
manual. Where'd
manual.
you find it,
So
John?
look, John's gonna send you the manual. I'm gonna send you cleaned up parts and everything and a diff, and then you can build it, man.
There you go.
Do just like another one of your Tamaya builds.
It doesn't go back together like a Maya. Trust me on that.
By the way, the diff.
It will.
The diff,
I looked
the
at
diff-
everything and I'm like, you could build it.
the diff part number 18012RR.
He got the diff. Where did you find it?
Dirk hooked me up.
Yeah. No, I know. No, I was asking John where he found the manual.
Oh,
In his pot.
on the shelf. It got knocked to the other side of the shelf, and it wasn't right there where the car was sitting.
Okay. Well, I know I'll be getting it when he.
can you say
eventually comes
that?
out.
Can you say that number to me one more time?
Yep.
180 12RR.
Yep.
Perfect. Yep. You'll get the right diff and everything.
Corey says he bought a Mugen back in a half price in Korea.
Oh, Mugen, man, you can't beat that.
You know what? Did you ever see the Bulldog model that they made with the adjustable air shocks on it, and adjustable compressed air shocks on it?
No, I never saw that.
Yeah, well, you can see it. I don't know. I don't think RC Icons has it yet, or if he did, I don't remember if he showed it. There's a guy in Australia that showed it. I wish they would do like Kyosho and Tamaya do like, and Schumacher does, bring out those old cars again. There's a market for them. That Mugen would sell. That was a well-known car.
I'm gonna post a link to a video. This is the RC I wanted back in the day, the build. If Frank wants to put it on there, I always wanted to have one of these back in the day. It's pretty cool, Kyoto. Twin motor on it with the chain-driven drivetrain that they use in like all their USA ones and all that stuff.
The Mugen was a chain drive 4-wheel drive, and I think they had a rear-wheel drive Mugen Bulldog also.
It's crazy to see that little tiny chain putting through all that stress they put that chain through, and it holds up.
Yeah.
I was like, man, there's no way these things are gonna work. They're just gonna blow out. And then I had one once, and it did great. I had the
The
Kyosho Fox VE. That's the one I had.
Kyosho chain drives have been around for ages, and they know what they're doing with them.
That thing right there ran great.
I can't show the
Yeah.
video, play the video, or else
Yeah.
Brad might get some trouble.
Yeah,
But it gives them an
Yeah,
answer.
but you can see like what they did there. You get the motor on both sides, and they were made like that. They made that whole plate like that, where they came like that, and you could just add the other motor into it.
That's
Frank
crazy.
needs that plate for his pulling truck.
Yeah, no
Yeah,
kidding.
that's what I was
Yeah.
thinking about that.
You could use that for that, yeah.
I gotta find a used one. I could use that transmission.
Hey, by the way, the
It's
USA
a very
one,
unique system.
the new Kyosho USA one actually has a nitro version of it too.
Well,
yeah,
yeah.
I like it, but it's been proven to be unreliable out of the box, man. Once they
Oh,
fix everything,
it breaks
'Cause
almost.
they had the 2 or 3 speed
instantaneously.
in it. Isn't it 3-speed, John?
I can't remember.
I think it's 2 or 3-speed. I'm pretty sure it's 3-speed though. And a lot of people had issues with it from the get go. Like a lot of problems fixing stuff and buying new parts and having Kyosho send them stuff over and over. Excuse me, to where they finally got it to where it was operational.
Yeah. but
Then you stop
Corey,
seeing them running them.
They brought out a second Phantom car. I think it's called the SRC or something like that. They came out with the second version of the Phantom recently too.
And I just barely put that screw in that knuckle and it snapped.
You're just
you
having
working on,
terrible
man?
luck today, aren't you?
124 scale.
Yeah, that's your problem right there.
I mean, I just barely put it in there. It snapped.
Mhm.
So now
That's
I
the
gotta
problem,
put the
man.
plastic
Well,
knuckles
Like
back
I
on.
have one 124 scale other than Kyosho Mini Z's. I have one actual like crawler 24 scale, and that's the deadbolt. And I converted it into a monster rig, and I'm actually gonna solder in a faster motor and
Yeah.
just do fun stuff with it. I'm not
Yeah,
gonna
they did-
crawl it or anything. They're hard to
didn't
work
do it.
on, man. They're a pain in the ass. I ain't gonna lie.
What
Oh yeah.
what 124 is that, and what make?
It's the Axial
The
24,
JLU.
the JLU. Yeah.
Oh, okay. And whose knuckles?
Oh, it's what's that? Just the cheap
You got
ones.
Endura?
Endura, yeah, Endura knuckles.
Endura. You got Endura. I can see
Yeah,
the
it
label
just
there.
snapped right off.
It didn't come with the little balls.
Those
Screw?
Enduras are usually
Yeah,
pretty
it
decent.
did, but I figured it just I should have put them in. I guess
Yeah,
Yeah, they're
thought
usually a
it
different
was.
pitch.
they're a little bit stronger. I guess.
Because- because I did the same thing with Tony's. I got
Yeah.
the screw right here. It's a little ball head.
Yeah.
And I did the same thing to a set with Tony's. It did the same exact thing.
I
Snap.
don't know if you can get these
And
screws
the
out of
only-
here.
the only way you can get these stupid little ball studs is either buy a set of shocks or a whole new axle.
Yeah. Yeah, it snapped off right on the steering.
Yep.
It was a steering linkage I was putting on.
Yep. Yep. Yep.
Yeah, the USA one is a
I put the back. It
Three-speed.
didn't snap off. I got enough thread to put the plastic one back in, so that's what I did.
They made the electric one and then they made the gas one. They both came up at the same time.
yeah, the Nitro's got a 3-speed clutch bell on it. I don't like it, man.
Mhm.
There's too many issues. I'll get the brushless one. Brushless, you're not gonna have nearly as many problems.
Yeah,
Corey-
just
Corey
just
said-
A lot of issues with 3-speed on it.
just a lot of breakage parts issues.
Yep.
Corey says the new Bronco has different thread that don't work with the aluminum parts.
Yeah, that's true. Whatever.
I'll see you guys. Have a good night.
Bye, Brian.
Later, Brian. Take it
Later,
easy.
Later,
man.
Brian.
Thanks
Thanks for
for
hanging
visiting.
out.
What sucks is I got all these too, all the links.
Start
You know-
unscrewing and rescrewing.
It sounds like that particular part should be metal so it doesn't break so easily.
You know what I want from the USA one? Their tires. I want the wheels and tires. That's all I want.
Oh yeah,
Now that I look at it, they look good.
I'll buy the truck. You'll get the wheels and tires.
No, man, just want the wheels and tires. I'm going to Kyosho America and order them jobs. Put them on my LMT.
You also, I thought you also liked the USA one's body though.
Yeah, the body's a classic.
Hey, Dirk.
Hey, Derek,
But you can buy those separately.
I got
I'll
a
go
buddy,
get that
Dirk,
body and
maybe
put it
he'll
I
on
know
send
you
me
could buy it
aluminum.
separately. I know you could buy that body separately.
Yeah, I'll get the brushless version body, and it doesn't have the cutout with the hole in it for the nitro engine, and I'll put that on my LMT. I have a LMT1.
You're gonna make a nitro LMT?
No. I'm saying I'll get the body from the USA one electric version and then put it on my LMT.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if it'll fit wheelbase wise.
We'll make it fit. It's still
Well, it is
1/10
8
scale.
scale. That's why he's saying
I
that.
mean, they call it A scale because of the size of the tires and the axles, but that thing ain't longer than 8 scale. It's about the same size. Maybe. We'll see. Have to look at it. The thing ain't
Yeah, I
that
was gonna
huge.
say before you order the body.
I definitely have other stuff that can go on too, though. That's
Yeah.
for sure.
Unless they, I guess you'll only get a USA one again if they fix the problem.
No, it's ways.
I would get the brushless. I just wouldn't get the nitro.
Uh-huh.
You ever heard of the company called RC Run?
It sounds familiar, vaguely.
I'm working on one right now for the hobby store, and it's interesting what they do.
You said art.
RC
one?
RC Run. You said Run.
Run,
Okay.
Let me show you real quick. You get that from AliExpress, made in China. So basically, it's 531 for the kit. I'm not sure if you get the body with it, but frame builders, adjustable wheelbase. I don't think you get the body.
It's a nice
But-
body, the Land Cruiser.
Yeah, and I have it here, but you get dry shaft suspension. I don't think you get the body. Wheels, tire, yeah, required to complete, not included the wheels, tires. But it's made really realism. In other words, the way the frame is, it's actually tapered in the front and very wide in the back.
Did you see how the motor was placed? It's like exactly where the engine would be in the vehicle.
Yeah, and it actually turns, the fan turns also. Very interesting the way they got the suspension done. Like I said, I have it in front of me right now, like without the body on, and that's the one I've been working on just before the stream.
So you worked on the chassis?
Yeah, I'm working on it right now. It's right in front of me. Run 80, so that's the package. That's how it comes. When you build it, there's a couple videos on it. It's the kit to me was all put together, but I'm fixing it right now. I'm doing some modifications. So they actually went and took the real pictures of the real one and actually made a copy of it. So there's the front of it, and there's a RC front, there's the rear of it, and there's the RC rear.
You want to know how that looks to me? The capo. It looks like a capo kit, but
Yeah.
cheaper.
Yeah.
It's a cheaper capo kit.
Yeah.
Everything is to spec to the way the vehicle really is in real life.
So there you have the suspension the way it is. You can adjust it forward, reverse with the wheelbase. So
He's comparing the actual 1-to-1 with the chassis of the electric.
yeah.
I think I remember them putting 6-liter inline 4s in those. 6-cylinder inline 6s in it.
The body has full interior. It's interesting the way they make it. I had to really scratch my head to take this apart because I had no instruction manual. And like, okay, how the heck do you take this body off of this frame? So it's actually
Wow.
snapped in the front and snapped in the rear.
I could see you getting one of those in a year or two, Frank, that kit.
Yes and no. It's a neat kit. I'll probably buy a used one if somebody has one. but I don't know if I'll pay the $600 US to buy this.
Yeah.
With capo style a build, it's that's cheap when you look at it.
No, it is. It is. When you
You get the
compare the
boom racing.
capo
though.
and this, yeah, it is way
Is that
more affordable than the
trans-
capo.
Is that a 2-speed transmission?
No, single speed.
Oh. That is a very realistic vehicle for a lot cheaper with capo styling.
They have a lot of different stuff. What I have to do on it right now is I have to install this roof rack. I have to install this bumper. So this is a very nice steel bumper.
Is the body steel?
No, body is ABS.
Okay, that's where it goes cheaper, but I think everything else is capo like.
I have to install this spare tire rack on it. I have to install this ladder here on the side. This ladder, I have to install that.
Lights too?
Snorkel lights are already installed. There's already some stuff in this truck already, so. But it's different. So RC run. So
Thanks, Robert.
when
The
you look
tires
at
are
it, there's a
realistic.
lot of different stuff for this. So
Do they make other vehicles?
that's the only one I've seen. I did a search this afternoon just for this one, and I found this one. I guess you could put any body on this chassis. That's what's nice with it, because of the adjustability of the wheelbase. But right now, that's the only body I see from them that you can actually buy.
I saw a Jeep for a second there.
Probably.
Yeah, Frank, I know you like that because of the full interior and everything. You're big into those.
Yeah, and it's exactly. And this thing's heavy.
See
So
already.
the chassis. And I don't like the fact the way the guy built this, and he put the ESC and the cable. As soon as you open up the hood, you see right away all this electronic, which looks to me it's nothing is hidden. So I'm gonna try to hide all the cable and make this hood more
Yeah,
true
scale.
in realism, because
Yeah.
you pay for it, so you might as well have it done properly. So, but the way the suspension is on this, it's kind of interesting the way the coil springs are.
Yeah,
Coil
it's behind the shock.
springs on an angle. So, to me, it's pretty well made, and it's
I
all
see
metal. But the axles and everything are metal. So, it is, to me, it's probably worth the $500. But I have way too many other kits I'm working on that I don't know if I'd buy one.
But look at that. It looks like it has a thing that on the transfer case where you can pull it and change gears.
On the transfer case, no. You were probably looking at the video on your TV again.
No, I saw something sticking out where the other shaft is in the front.
There's
Right,
3
right.
shafts in the rear for some odd reason. I don't know why.
I bet it's got an overdrive in or something.
Maybe.
What do you think of it, Josh?
That's a nice chassis.
It is a nice chassis. It's kind of interesting.
I wonder how well it works for either crawling or something else.
Well, crawling, not, it's a trail truck. It won't have
Okay.
your clearance that a crawler has. So, but it will. It's a 4x4 locked.
That's a USTE truck.
Yeah,
Yeah.
everything is locked. So it would be not bad.
I bet you it'll trail fine.
I really like to see it, the action on the trail, because it's a very heavy chassis. The body on it is heavy. This is the body that goes with it. So it's already weathered. I took the hood off, but I have to put the scale accessories on here. And I have to cut the front bumper off. So the whole front I have to cut. That kind of scary.
You want to mess up a really nice body.
Yeah, you
huh?
don't want to mess it up. You got to cut it nice and straight all the way through. So I'm gonna put a wheel on my Dremel and just make noise and make the house smell really bad because of the plastic that's gonna burn.
It's probably too heavy for a good ripsaw, isn't it?
I hope you can find more of their vehicles, because I know they've got to make more than just that.
Probably.
Hey Tank, did you see what I sent you? That picture?
You sent by mail or where?
Email, yeah.
Okay, I'll go check. Okay, that's what you put in your truck?
My buddy's actually making those as kits now for people. They're all resin printed scale accessories.
Resin printed, okay.
Yeah, so it's the ammo can, the first aid kit, that chainsaw, the milk crate, Coke bottles, the exhaust, little MSD, and the high lift jack.
And an axe.
And an axe. Yep.
Cool. So you see, he puts all these in a kit and he sells them?
Yeah, he just started doing it. This is his first prototype, and I thought get your guys' opinion on it.
That's a lot of stuff going on in the back of a bed.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah. Chainsaw.
It's
Yeah,
30
that's
if you
something
don't.
would have. That was something you would have, Keith. Have some cacophony of behavior going on in the back.
Yeah.
He was saying 30
Chainsaw.
unpainted and like 35 if he painted it like it is there.
Painted.
Cool. Yeah, so many people are getting into this, into the 3D printed and scale accessories. I got a couple guys here that actually do that also. So it's fun and interesting what they do. He's gonna sell a lot of those when they go to competition. If he goes to competition and has a table and he just has those there, he's gonna sell a whole bunch of them at the
I was
show.
gonna take him to Beat the Creek with me for him
Yep.
and just put them out as a bag. Like here's a bunch of scale accessories. And the nice thing with the
Off here,
resin
catch some
printed-
other stuff, and I'll catch y'all later. Sorry for cutting you
Alright.
off, man.
Sorry,
Ready to
sorry.
get out of here.
Later, Sarge.
Sorry about the miscommunication, Jason.
All good, bro. We'll take care of it
Okay.
later.
Yeah.
But yeah, I print my stuff PLA because I figure it's gonna get torn up in a truck, but the resin stuff just looks so much crisper.
You saw, remember that before we got live, they showed, Frank showed that big tank-like vehicle.
Mhm.
It was the stronger PLA, the tracks. Oh, he busted several of those, but it went through several runs before it snapped.
I think it was PETG, wasn't it? Or was it
Yeah,
the
but I
nylon?
thought it's isn't it what they call the stronger PLA?
Yeah. So have you been building anything, Brad? Have you busted out the
My
4-foot
friend
table?
was sick. I never got to do any work this weekend because I need to have my table out, and he's the only one who could do it without me hurting my knees.
Nice. Those are good accessories too, Frank.
Those are for that truck I just showed there. That's the interior for it.
Nice.
Oh, he's got some package. And he's actually got some stuff on the dash, bottled water on the dash, a map. One of those hard case for shipping, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
It almost looks pallet-like.
The Pelican cases, isn't that what they're called?
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey, look who's here. Yes, I'm glad you're not dead, Randy. Hello, EE.
Hey, Randy. Haven't
Hey.
done it in a long time.
Hey, Frank, because I don't know how long he'll be able to stay. Will you show him the vehicle you're working on and see what he thinks of it? See what Andy thinks of it?
The RC Fun.
What you just showed the interior of. Okay, McCory says, I got an amazing garage setup. You'll got a Facebook. I'll add you as a friend and send you also the picture of some of the super scale stuff for SDX 24. I think Randy would get a kick out of that truck you just showed.
So basically it's RC Run, and this is the Run 80 chassis for it. It's got coil spring and little tiny shocks for suspension, so it's more realism, very tapered chassis. It's very well made. It's interesting how they've done this. And you can see it's even got a paddle rear for the suspension.
I could see Randy gets vehicles you would never expect to do well in certain situations and terrain, and he gets them to work. Randy's good at that. And I think he could get that to do more than you would expect it to do.
Ooh, these shocks are tall.
It's heavy because everything is metal. The axles are metal, transmission. So this is pretty heavy right now. So everything is metal. There's a skip plate. And the way the chassis is tapered is kind of interesting. RC
That's
Run.
probably the Land Cruiser's chassis of that year. Land Cruiser's chassis is probably exactly like that. You think he showed it too?
Corey, are you in Ohio?
Who?
I've seen if Corey's in Ohio.
Oh, okay. Hey, Randy, you got to hit me up with a phone call, or I'll try to call you soon.
For what?
I just need to talk to him, catch up with him.
I'll catch up.
Mustard.
Oh, he says, I have looked at that truck as one to maybe get. Yeah, and I know,
Gotcha.
Randy, you could probably get it to do things people would never expect it to do. That's what you're good at.
Randy would get that probably 15-pound truck to weigh 35.
Yeah.
That's true. But he'd get it to perform, I'll tell you that.
Wonder how much that chassis weighs. Let's measure it. Let's see if I can.
He says he's outside of Detroit, Michigan. Corey, John Martin is in Battle Creek.
So just a chassis with the wheels, no battery. And they are metal bead locks, but 9 pounds. So
Yeah.
this is 9 pounds, the way it sits right now.
Yeah, Randy says, yeah, no problem, Brad. Are you talking about the truck or me talking to you soon?
Glasses.
He says, I have taken ownership of 3 grandkids. I need more trucks.
I have one for you. I could make you a good price.
How far does Randy live from you?
SCX10 base, very nice paint job on this.
Oh, that's
Wood
true.
deck at the back. It's actually real wood. You could actually put real wood in there. It's got a full interior in here with steering wheel. Gen
That's the
7
OG.
axles, but it is a axial transmission in there, metal transmission in there. I have it listed right now at the 300 Canadian, which is 255 US about. Oh, but nice
Oh, he
friggin'
lives
wheels
4
on
hours
this
from you.
too.
He
Nice
says he
wheels.
lives 4 hours from you.
Yeah, it's about, but these are nice bead locks.
What's the receiver and transmitter tank? You're gonna have to get one.
Receiver transmitter is a Red Cat receiver transmitter that goes
Okay.
with it. I can make it ready to run with a 5,000 milliamp battery with a charger. The lady does have some chargers. So,
There you go. It's going to be a runoff between Randy and Josh for it.
and it's got lights. Well, front lights and rear lights. So
Nice.
He says he just got my 12-year-old TF3.
Resell red too.
It is a very nice truck.
That one from your weekend excursion.
And that's the
Frank?
receiver for
What's that in pounds?
What is he wants to know how much that is in British pounds.
I have no idea that much.
that's what the eclectic electric said.
Oh no, let me check.
Had to convert my C10 over to a Ford body on my SCX 24.
That's a very chromy looking green.
It's metallic green. I'm sure Frank has something that gave me a metallic.
179.06.
Okay, that's what it costs eclectic electric.
Plus shipping. You have to pay shipping. Sorry.
Now he's asking what it is in yen. Now he's playing around.
Cam, here you go. I got these bad boys.
Are
Green.
those yellow?
No, they're green.
Oh, kind of an acid green.
Shocks are green.
Oh my God.
Shocks are big. It's gonna be a monster truck.
Those are the double
No,
barrels, aren't they?
Australian dollars are not the same.
I don't know. I
American
just
dollars.
they're the same ones there. What are they called? You know, from
Yeah.
Amazon cheap, whatever.
So I have it on marketplace right now for 350. I thought it was 300, but it's 350. But I can do the 300. Gen 7 axles, 100mm shocks, metal transmission, metal drivetrain, 20 kilogram servo, LED
They're not
light,
friction.
rear metal bumper. It's got a 27 turn motor, 60 amp ESC, full cockpit interior, rear wood deck, red
Is that a
cat.
1060?
Hey,
Is it the 1060 ESC,
No.
the hobby?
no, I'll show you which one it is. So there's the interior. You see a little bit better here.
Oh, cool interior.
There's the rear.
Randy says no Australian ones are upside down.
No.
There's a light. There's a metal transmission, 27 turn motor, metal drive shafts.
Did
There's
you do
the
this all yourself, Frank, or did someone have it this
Oh,
way?
no,
that's
no,
a
somebody
metal.
built it. Somebody built it for him. So
Yeah, that's a
it is
metal
not an
transmission.
ESC that has drag brake. First thing I would do, I would throw this out and put a 1080 in there.
Yeah.
I've really been liking that ISDT 70 amp for $26.
Yes, that's the one I've been getting also to put in my trucks. I have.
I
Somebody
love
Who makes it?
ISDT.
Oh, that's cheap for a 70 amp.
And they have active drag brake, which,
Yep.
so like, I'm sure Frank knows when you're going downhill in a 1080, it's all or nothing.
Yeah.
Where the ISDT, when you hit the active drag brake as you let off, it slows the motor
Don't
better
you
than
fall
just
on the floor.
going
Oh.
totally off like the 1080.
Don't the,
Well,
does
the
it,
new
the
1080 might
1060?
behave differently. They did update it.
The 1080 has an adjustable active drag brake,
Yeah.
the B2, but it's not
10
active. You can
1060 has
manually
one,
adjust.
right? Too.
Yes, it's got the pins. The 1060 has the pins, right?
1060
the
has the
pin.
pins. Yeah, I like the pins.
So
You can't program that one.
Yeah,
No.
I don't like programming.
I
So-
like programming.
Programming is futile.
Josh,
But it's
Josh,
easy. Keith.
are you wanting
you
to
gotta
buy
do
that
is-
truck from him?
All you gotta
Why
do is
won't
hit
my
button.
truck-
I can't get one right now. I've bought too many. I got Beat the Creek coming up.
Something's
I'm
wrong
sure if
with my
Frank doesn't
truck.
sell that soon, it'll be at Beat the Creek. And it'll sell for sure there.
Eclectic Electric says trying to make
Doesn't go
room for
forward
next 10
anymore.
Purchases. Are you, Frank? That's what he asked you, Frank.
You can't turn the axles like that.
Keith,
They're worm gear.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
That
I was gonna say, and another thing, Keith, make sure when you tighten the bolts down
Yeah,
on the tires, you can snug them, but you got to make sure you don't too snug them,
too snug 'em, right?
because that will right there will lock it up, because it'll press everything against them
Hubs.
Hubs.
hubs and stuff, and it'll smoke the crap right out of that motor quicker than you think.
Yep, okay.
He says it's too nice to sell, Frank.
Electric, those are not my truck. There was a fellow RCer who died last year, and his wife contacted me after a year that he's been gone. She said it's time for his stuff to go. So I'm selling the cars for the lady, and it's a guy that used to trail with us. So I'm actually selling his stuff, and that black car, on-road car I showed a little while ago, that was part of his collection. So I'm going to be buying that. So
Yeah, I
How many-
noticed that turning the knuckles, I tightened them up, but I loosened them just a little bit so they turn easier.
Yeah, yeah.
Tell Keith it won't turn because of worm gears.
Yeah,
So Frank, how many vehicles does she have for you to sell, or did you take all of them off her hands to sell?
there's about 4 or 5.
Oh, I thought he would have had more, sounding like this guy was into it.
He did have some more, but she's going to keep some to sell to other people she knows that wants them. There's a nitro boat. There's some plain nitro planes, but they're very old. I don't think they'll fly anymore. So there's a couple knickknacks that she has, but not a lot. Probably about $1,000 worth. That's all.
But you're already buying one of the
fucking
vehicles you
heart
got.
attack.
You got 4 vehicles of hers and one you're gonna buy.
The other one you'd like, it's like it's a little buggy. I wish I had it in here, but I'll show you next week or even Thursday.
Okay.
It's not a Radio Shack, but it's got a little cage. It's kind of interesting the way it's made. I'll show it to you. Maybe you'll know what it is, but I have no clue. And I'll probably sell that for $15 or $10. I have no idea. Like I told her,
You know what? Go online and find, there's a way to find out how much some of the toy stuff will go for decent prices. Believe it or
Yeah, but if you have nothing to go by, it makes it kind of tough to go by anything.
not. Well, there's got to be a marketplace that tells you how much they would go for.
Yeah, Brad,
Yeah.
but here's the
what
thing.
brand?
Okay, well, we're gonna run this by you. Tell me the spring rate and what spring this is.
I used to have those. Are those Tamiya's?
Tell me
Exactly.
what spring this is and what spring rate it is.
That's exactly what he's telling you. You don't know. But hey, listen, John, I'm sure there's a website on the web that's going to tell you what spring rate that is. I'm sure there is one.
If you find
Good,
out what
because I need to
company
know
made it-
these too.
If you find out what the company made it, if you find out what company made those springs, you can find out what those spring rates are.
Exactly, Brad. That's what I was telling you. I don't know what company makes that RC. So
I'll
I
let
don't
you
know how
know.
much
What's
it
up, and
costs.
then
I'll let you know if I recognize the car. I'll let you know, and you can find out that way.
I'll send you a
Okay,
picture.
and what part is this now, Brad? What company is
Slash.
this?
Traxxas.
yeah, that's a
Yeah.
splash.
Hey, Eric. Eric would like that. Eric, when we go offline, hopefully, if you're coming on, when you go offline, Frank could show us the vehicle he just showed earlier. It's a white and springy. That's what Randy says.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I actually don't even remember what the spring rate of the stock Traxxas spring is.
You know, I'm surprised more people don't talk about than the RC what the spring rates are these days. They should know if they're going to run them on vehicles. Like,
So
Damn it.
there's a little buggy there in the blue crate here in the back. That's the buggy here in the blue crate.
A little yellow
on
one.
top of
eh?
the blue crate.
Yeah.
That looks like a wild one, Tamiya.
No, that's on top. This is a wild one. I'm talking about the yellow one.
Okay.
A jet airboat looks pretty cool.
That it could be a Nico.
I was thinking also Nico, but yeah, I do have to sell this. I do have the glow plug for it. I don't know if it runs, but it does turn. It's not seized. But
Oh, it's gas, huh?
yeah, and nitro.
Nitro.
It's nitro.
Yeah.
But this is another one I have to sell, which is a wild one. I have to sell that one.
The wild one, you could get a decent price for,
250, $300 max.
probably.
That's what they're new. You can go to the store right now and buy a kit for $300.
Yeah.
So why would somebody buy a used one for $300? Tell me that.
It depends if it's an original or not.
How do you tell?
There's a
There's
website out there
there's
to tell you.
markings on it. There's
Yeah.
ways that.
Just
the
look
way
on
the
Google,
tags are.
Frank. It'll
What
tell you everything.
marking? What marking do I look for?
The
What's
date
the
code- the
big
date code on
difference
the
between a
plastic?
re-release? What's the biggest difference on a re-release and the original one?
Original one's the
I
original.
think there's a chance that the plastic has a marking on it for what year it says on it, and that would tell you.
I can look, but I doubt it. But it's been restored, so I don't know what the guy put in it, but it has been restored. So it
Then it's
is
probably
not,
an original.
it's not 100% original. So there was some other stuff put in it. So I
So,
don't know.
so Brad, basically what you're saying is it's still got the mechanical speed controller with the,
No,
what
I was
we
saying,
hope
I was
for.
talking about
that's an
Sometimes that-
original, right?
what I,
Yeah.
well, original would have a mechanical speed controller,
That's
yeah.
what I'm saying.
But also there's also some of the plastic, they have marking of what year it was made.
Many fucking remotes here. I'm gonna get confused. So
Yeah, I
the
know.
paint job on it is a little bit flaking on it, so I'm thinking it is old. It is kind of bumpy here and on the underneath the
Yeah.
sticker. The wheels look old. They feel old. They don't feel like mine. So I think these wheels are the old one. It has been used quite a bit. It is scratched up, so I don't know. The shock looks like the original
Oh
one.
shit.
Not here at Attract Spies.
Yeah. I
But
It's got a
There
12
looks like
turn
there's a
motor on it,
bearing
which is
in there.
another brand. It's got a not a 1080, but it
Oh,
it does take 3S. Supposedly this thing wheelies pretty good.
Uh.
But like I can't ask a lot for this because I don't know the history of it. And like I told you, you can buy a kit with the
has a
Isian
12
motor
turn
for
in there.
350 Canadian.
he has a 12 turn in it.
Yeah, he's got a 12 turn in there.
And believe it or not, that's a pretty that wild one's one of their most stout one of their more rugged vehicles they've made. I've seen them take some deuce and keep going.
Yeah. If I didn't have one, I'd probably take it, but I already have one, so I mean,
Yeah, I'm sure you notice it's more rugged than you expect a Tamiya to be.
Yeah.
If there might be a marking on that plastic, that might tell you the date of, if it says like when they first came out, that would be an original most likely.
I got to take the front end all
But
apart.
it's probably still worth between probably still about $230. The way it is. You still get a decent price for it.
There's a bearing in there.
Got the bearings inside the axles.
Yeah.
but again, I'm doing this for a favor to sell all this stuff for her. And how much work do I really want to put into it to do research to get the biggest amount of money? And even if it was an original version,
first
how
24,
much is original version worth? Don't know. Maybe a couple $100 extra. I don't know.
Randy's saying it's a fun little car, low ball $100 just to see Brad lose it.
I did put a little bit
Thanks
of
a lot,
grease in
Randy.
here. Is that okay?
Yeah.
But you, I know that I know that a lot of Tamaya's originals are ones that they remade and have stopped making go for decent prices, Frank. Tamaya actually has decent resale value.
Hey, Randy, I got this little guy to go play on road now. It's a Red Cat Thunder Lightning. Thunder Lightning or Lightning? Yeah, Lightning.
Lightning SK something, what?
So, gonna be fun. It's got underglow in there. It's got lights for underglow.
Nice.
So,
Guys are messing with me about the price of it.
oh yeah.
Yes.
I went and seen my cousin today, and he's like, I showed him the red cat. He's like, my God, that thing is so fast. He was freaking out. I'm like, it's really slow, Derek. It's not really fast. Like, oh God.
His name is Dirk too?
Derek.
Okay, you call him Dirk?
No, I call him Derek. I said Derek.
That's a Dirk.
I got a whole video of him. He's got this old Dodge Dart that he sold, and then the guy redid it all, and then he bought it back from the guy, and man, he almost lost it today. I'm gonna post that. I'm in back of him, sliding all over the place.
Next week we should do an auction on your show, Brad, to sell off the wild one.
That's a good, that we could see if anybody would buy it. I'm hoping they give you a decent price for it.
Well, the auction already started here. Like Guru's saying is a quarter
That's
and
the
then
50
okay,
cent.
then 50 cents.
50, 50, 55, 55, 50,
Oh,
60,
he's got
60.
the-
I know you're not gonna give it up for that price.
60, 65 going once,
You know what the
65
hell
going
I'm-
twice.
Worth the hell a lot more than that.
Sold $65, Guru. Cents, Guru.
I should do like Sean does, is put a whole bunch of RCs together and do a raffle.
Yeah. You could race through a raffle.
Are you
You probably get more from the cars, more from the vehicles through a raffle because you get more money from the raffle.
Unknowns at the dollar. There we go. It's getting up there, Brad.
$1
Dollar for the wild one. How much you giving, Brad?
I have one.
Okay.
I have the re-release.
I'll do $1.50.
Oh, he's at the $1.50 now.
$1.50 there, gold. Jim, $1.50, Jim. I'm a good auctioneer.
I'm surprised John hasn't been a smart ass about it.
Oh, he's typing right now.
Oh, he's typing what he wants to give you for it.
Yeah.
That's what he's doing right now.
Oh,
$1.51 now.
Oh, you got outbid there, Jim.
yeah. I'll go up to $2.
Mm.
Darn it. We should have said, Brad, we should have said a starting bid.
Yeah, it's a limit.
Mm.
Or whatever it's
Watch
called.
Keith. Watch
A
Keith
reserve.
go,
It's a
"Oh,
reserve
Keith said, "Oh, $3."
Uh-oh,
called a
Lyle bid
reserve.
on it now.
If it don't hit the reserve, then you can't buy it.
$1.55, Guru. Hey, Lyle, you want to bid on the wild one to be joking with me?
Yeah, I do. I want to bid 80 cents Canadian, which works out to like $17 American.
Yeah, right.
Drew keeps hitting
Bid
us
so
at
far,
1 penny
$70,
over.
$70,
Yeah, right.
$70,
Yeah, it's not
$70.
that. No, it doesn't work that way. Yeah.
$17.
I got a Traxxas Blast 24-inch boat for you. Is that big enough or you want a bigger boat?
Randy says $1.20, toss in a scale 3D printed, Brad, that I can drift into. Thanks a lot, Randy.
I don't know if there's enough, what's that stuff to use a 3D print?
PLA.
Yeah, PLA in the world to 3D print Brad.
215. Guru saying 215. He's trying to get out of the buying his own. He's trying to get out of buying a Tamiya like he was supposed to after I did that.
If you're trying to make another Brad Keith, I would start with a block of foam and carve him out. It would make it much lighter.
That
Well,
would
he
be
could
true.
actually probably do that.
And lighter to carry around.
And now, and I
And
bet you
for
David's
an
going to
extra
come in
$25,
and
You
say
get the
he's gonna get a
scale
certain
4-foot
amount
table.
Hey, we paid a lot more money than a scale 4-foot table.
Watch David say $3.
What are you talking about, Brad? I don't even know. I just got here, bro.
I know. I thought you were listening before you got on.
No, I was over there hanging out with Chris and them guys.
They're
Hey,
trying to
Bradley.
joke around.
Woo!
Frank is
And
selling
Lyle.
a wild one. I used wild one Tamiya and doing an auction on my channel on how much he going to sell it for. And people are giving out these minuscule amounts per vehicle. It's probably worth about $200.
Yeah, well,
It's up to 215.
we told
or 251 or whatever it is.
Electric Electric says I was going
120.
to suggest foam and modeling clay.
treat it like
It's still not play.
For the scale, Brad.
And I have a
Scale
kink
Brad.
plea. Eric says. I'm glad you're here, Lyle. I was wondering if you were going to come in or not. I know you were in the chat for a little bit.
It's in the
Yeah,
WhatsApp.
Eric wants a link.
I went over to the other one for a little bit to have some laughs, and then figured, all right, that one's ending. I got.
Well,
I
you know
guess
you
I'll
have
see
laughs
what
here.
Brad is doing.
You have laughs here too. You're having laughs right here. Everybody's having a laugh at my expense right now.
Oh, fantastic!
Of course.
Has anyone mentioned your lack of surround on your speakers?
Oh my God, he cannot let that go. He's got an
No,
obsessive
never.
compulsive disorder about my speakers.
I know you're not welded to the chair. You can get up and move those easily. Easily.
Here comes Eric.
I should have put these soft ones on there.
That's what she said.
Yeah.
Thank you, Spin Rush. I bet you're going to bid too, but then it'd have to be sent to Japan. So
There you go. I could send that wild one to Japan. I'm sure Spin Rush would love having a Kyosho wild one.
you mean a Tamiya wild one?
Yeah, Tamiya wild one. Sorry.
This same company, ain't it?
Blake.
Well, you've been talking a lot of Kyosho tonight. Looking at a lot of Kyosho.
Yeah. We forgive you, Tank. Your old age.
Yeah.
What do you mean? You're almost as old as he is, Keith. What are you talking about?
You know.
Asshole.
I'm the only asshole here with 2 cracks. That's for damn sure.
And we were talking about something. I was gonna go check out something. Okay, now I remember.
Guru saying he won with
$2.15.
$2.15.
He got too rich for my blood.
What is the thing you're trying to bid off?
Show him, Frank.
You just
The
put it
original
away.
wild one.
Oh, I just
Put it
made
away.
Stay on, right?
Believe it or not, it's one of the more durable Tamayas, the wild one. I've seen it take some licks from people who put some fast motors in them.
I don't know. I haven't seen a lot of Radio Shack that's quality in my life.
Okay. Would you pay more for this or would you pay more for this?
The blue truck.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
I think I'm going with the harvester. And I think Keith just launched one of his springs across the room.
Yeah, almost.
So harvester or wild one?
Wait a second, Frank. The harvester's yours.
I know, but I'm just asking, would you pay more for this or would you pay more for this?
I
Like,
will.
in other words,
trade
if I sold this for 150, would you buy this for 150 or would you buy this for 150?
the one in your left hand.
A harvester.
So Brad, I'm sorry, Tamiya is, I don't know. We don't have any Tamiya fans here.
I'm a huge Tamiya fan, but they're semi trucks. Their semi trucks are off the scale.
Yes.
But this is the buggy big head that I have to sell. It's a buggy from Tamiya. This one's pretty fast. It actually pops wheelies.
He's got a 12 turn in it.
Just looking
The
at it,
12
it feels like a shelf queen. It feels like something you'd never drive because you'd never find the proper terrain for it.
And what are you auctioning that off? Or are you selling it by now?
No, I'll put it on Facebook. I just got to take good pictures of it and put it on Facebook Marketplace.
It was supposed to be him selling it off on whatever, and everybody in chat turned it into an auction.
Yeah, as a joke.
And what are we at? $2?
Yeah, we're at
$2.15.
Believe it or not.
Is that free shipping?
What do you mean? You could drive up and get it.
You see the cost of gas? You got a car? What the hell?
Shipping to the US is probably going to be $30 to $40.
Oh,
So, TJ, you should watch Kai RC. He reviewed the G-Force against the new Kyosho, sort of new Dirt Master, and he liked the Dirt Master better.
That does sound like a Tamiya shipping tank. $8 for the part and $30 to ship it.
Yeah. Well, it takes a bigger box, for that. Plus, there's
Tamiya
a remote
does?
for it. It comes ready to run.
Tamiya takes bigger boxes.
Well, yeah, because they ship the box inside of a box.
Yeah.
Tank, how much did you say you think it would cost for that RC to be shipped to Canada?
No, to the US.
No, if Brad, oh shit, yeah, you're in Canada, right?
Yes, I am.
Okay, Lyle.
damn, wow.
No, I try and keep French people as far away from me as possible. So I keep thinking he's somewhere else, but I keep forgetting that he's actually close to me.
Yeah, I don't know how much. I don't think you'd waste much gas going to him.
I will trade you for a dual plate motor.
So I have this boat for sale that I saw that the lady has, this Traxxas Blast boat. And there's another one also. I have to take them in here. But this boat is $219, but it is brushed. But the one I actually have two. One brushed and one brushless. So the brushless one, I don't know what to ask for it yet, but brand new, this is $219. And there's not a lot of specs, but it's 24-inch long.
Ooh.
Is that the kind of boat you were looking for, or were you looking for something bigger? I know you were telling me you were looking for a boat.
What cell does it run?
You believe you can run 3S on that. I'm not sure. I'll have to look on the ESC.
Too bad he can't use the nitro.
$100 and a dual motor plate.
Hey, at least he's offering money. He's starting to get in from working.
Yeah.
I got a proper AX or SCX10 Gen 1 motor plate for dual motors. It's a sought after part. Tank knows it. He
Cool.
needs one. I need to get rid of one, and I want that boat. I feel it's fair.
Are you gonna take a 1/10 crawler and tow it?
More
For
than
what?
likely,
For
yeah.
the boat?
More
Yeah.
than likely.
Yeah, that size would be a good size to tow behind a car.
Yeah, and I got a couple trailers kicking around. I got one that's like 3 feet long, so that boat will
That
fit.
would be perfect for that boat. But you'd have to put some type of thing that has like a curved out to hold it, the hole.
Oh yeah, foam. Yeah, foam. No problem.
And then you have to find a way
hold
to,
it down with like little tiny bungee cords,
yeah, with the hook in the foam to the trailer.
which you would never do in real life. Like you'd have like actual ratchet straps or a crank or something like that to hold the boat down. I'm not building that stuff. Yeah, little tiny bungee straps.
But there's another boat that I have on there that's even better. Or do you know Nitro? Have you ever used Nitro?
I have vehicles, not boats, but yeah, I have no interest in flipping a nitro powered boat over because I'm pretty sure the motor is done after that.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't have any interest in a nitro boat just because I'm gonna flip it. I'm an idiot. That's how I drive.
This
And,
is in the back seat of my car right now, and it takes almost well over half the car. Like the more where the motor is, see, like
I
it's
see it. Yeah,
over
I
half.
see it.
This is a
What
dual
the-
hull boat, and it's pretty long. It looks fast, but if somebody could put an electric motor here, like this would be a fun boat to play with.
Yeah, it's a decent.
That's something you could do. That's something you could transfer it over from nitro to electric. Lyle.
Lyle.
Well, yeah. If you look back at really old videos, Crawler Ted and I were into boating fairly hard. I don't know, 8-10 years ago, something like that. And he had a Miss Geico, which was around 24, 30 inches, something like that. And he put the electronics out of a Traxxas Spartan into it and ran 6S. It was the craziest boat I have still seen to this day in RC. I couldn't tell you how fast it was going. I don't think I've driven a car that goes as fast as that boat does. And it was incredible. And I don't know, maybe $1,000 in he was for a crazy boat for 20 minutes. Because you could run 2 3-cells or 2 4-cells and kill them in 20 minutes. I'm talking like 4,000 mile, 5,000 mile batteries. 2 of them done. 15, 20 minutes.
Boats and planes are very hard on battery because it's constant power that it needs.
Oh,
Like
it's
it's
insane.
constant pressure, constant push on the battery.
But you could take that boat and transfer it to electric.
Yeah,
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, run it on like a 6-cell or 8 or 4-cell or 6-cell. They're nuts. They're nuts. Those twin hull boats, like 24-inch to 3 foot, even bigger. Like they make them up to 6 foot. It's crazy. But yeah, they're an incredible amount of fun when you got a smooth, large chunk of water to play on.
Well,
And
yeah,
you live a
For
large
people
chunk of water.
fishing.
wasn't a little while back, didn't Chris from RC or RC84 Films film boat racing?
Yeah, I don't think he had one. He was just out there shooting the video.
Yeah, he was shooting video of it.
Yeah. Partially boat racing. I don't know where that. I guess down towards where he lives. I think he lives towards Wilmington, North Carolina.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
think
it's,
that's where he is.
Yeah, because I'm supposed to be going down there, and he says when I get down there, he's only like 20 minutes away from my aunt's house. So that's Wilmington.
Jason says, I want a big catamaran.
Miss Geico, ain't it a cat? The newest one, ain't it a catamaran? I think they make one, yeah. It's a huge boat.
but Lyle, there's another boat that I have that's there, and I think that one would be a funner boat, but it's not running right now. It needs electronics. Yeah, it needs electronics. But it'd
And
be
I'm
cool.
sure he has some electronics lying around.
Not
Yeah,
for
but
boat.
they're different electronics for a boat.
I got nothing for the boat. Nothing.
The electric motor could be an electric motor.
Yeah, but the electric motor also has a water cooler.
Yes. For boats, Brad, you need something that's water cooled because, like I was saying earlier, when you're running a boat, it's constant pressure and constant force on the ESC. A regular
Yeah.
ESC on a boat would not last long.
Plus
Yeah,
the
I
motor
know that
don't
they-
get any
I know
air.
I know that there's some car motors that do have a pipe that goes into the motor for that type of use.
Hmm.
I forgot who makes it though.
Yeah, but Brad, this motor also pumps the water through it in and out, and it sucks it in from the lake.
Yeah. Keep
Or
the
whatever
motor
float
cool.
that you're on.
It will cool the motor, the ESC, and the motor. It's actually a pipe that goes around the motor.
Yeah.
Well, I know Mtronics is still around and they make electric ESCs for boats.
Yeah.
Exactly. So Lyle says he has none of this stuff. So
I'll be right back.
In a tick. Yeah, because that motor's enclosed in the boat. It's not going to get any air at all. So it's got to be water cooled.
well, and like
Well,
Jake was saying, the constant go of it,
Yeah.
you know.
But I know that I have seen motors that are also used for cars that have that type of setup for to pump water through it.
Well, they got a radiator on the RC car?
No,
I mean, I've seen computers do that, yeah.
It's
Same
not-
concept.
I know that there's a tube that sticks out of the thing to get water to run through the casing.
And where does it get the water from?
Yeah.
you.
If it's in a boat, it's coming from whatever
It's
you're.
gonna come from the
boating
bottom inlet, yes. But on an RC car, where does the water come from, Brad? You install a tank onto it?
You could.
I don't know if that would. I don't think it would cool fast enough and recycle fast enough. The size of reservoir you would need is too much weight. I think.
Mhm.
If you put like the realistic amount of water, like scale wise, it would all be hot. It would never cool. I don't think.
No.
That's just yeah, because it would be like ounces, like a couple shot glasses, basically worth of water that would run through these tubes around the motor back to this little radiator with a little fan on it. Even though you're going fast, like say you're in a vehicle that does 50, 60 miles an hour, the air is helping it, but that water would all be hot. It would all be the same temperature. There's not enough of it for it to physically work. I don't think.
I know that there are some nitros that or those Tomy, those motors that are very realistic looking engines for them that you could they could be air cooled or they could be liquid cooled, and they make a radiator for it.
And Sergeant J just brought up a point. Most of them also have the fresh water flow through the jacket around the inside gear.
I don't know nothing about boats. I know if I take one to my local fishing pond down here, I'm gonna get knocked out or run out.
You would roughly need 1.5 quarts of coolant to run an RC car on water. Put a radiator on.
Good Lord, you imagine how much weight that would be?
Yeah, that's a lot.
That's what, 1/4 of a gallon, right? 4 quarts
You
make a
want to know
gallon?
what? But the
Mhm.
vehicles I saw
Could
that
be
these
around 2
engines were
pounds.
put in were 5th scales, so they could hold that.
Well, then you're talking even more. It's a larger
Well,
motor.
the boats are, I mean, they may not be scaled to a 5th scale, but they're big enough to use such a system.
See, Brad used to have the directions on how to do that, but somebody lost it.
He found them again. He found it again. He found it again.
Don't know what you're talking about.
I couldn't even imagine 2 pounds just extra weight just to keep my,
No,
Engine cool, right?
yeah.
So there you go, Lyle. This is the boat I'm thinking that would be. I'm not
oh, you
sure.
went out, no, that's not the one you got in your car, is it?
It looks like a good looking boat, but it also looks too small for the water I live on.
But what I find weird with this one, it has 2 props, but no rudder. So I'm thinking.
Oh,
one-
that's messed up.
It steers the
speed.
prop.
Oh, it has to. It has to. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's actually got dual motor in here, but it's got a AM antenna, so I don't know what kind of electronics is in there, but I think I do have the radio for this. But this is kind of a cool hull, the way it's made. It's really neat, so.
Here's
But
the
this is,
electronics inside.
this is worth almost nothing, so if you want this, you can almost have this for a motor plate, in other words, like.
Jason says it's like the Ruminator brushless setup that uses a radiator and cooling system.
This is another one that's got the dual hull.
I like those.
This one has a rudder. This one has a motor. I'm not sure what's in there. Little Hawk, I have the remote for that. I think this is running, but this is.
I like the way you say motor tank.
Yeah,
I just want to put that out there. I mean, you know.
and this is the blast. So Still got the box for it. It's almost new. This thing is almost new, but this one is brushless. So it's fast.
Is that the single prop or dual prop one?
This one is single. And it come with the TQI remote and everything like that. So
Ruminator.
What kind of motor tank?
the motor is a brushless motor on here. I'm not sure.
You have a lot of boats to sell for her.
Yeah, more boats than cars.
Well, like
I
boats,
didn't know your friend- I didn't know that guy was more into boats the way you've been talking.
if you weren't in Canada, I was in the boats, we'd strike up a deal.
And you are in Ottawa?
No, I'm outside of Ottawa, the other side of Ottawa where you are.
So you're on the west side.
I'm on the east side of Ottawa. You're on the west side.
Well, you just said the opposite a moment ago.
I'm on the
Oh,
opposite
tank.
side of Ottawa.
Because he's
than you
old,
are.
Lyle. It's because he's old.
I'm old.
You'd be close to 2 hours away from me then.
Yes, I am.
Could
We
be
could
worse.
meet. We could meet halfway. Don't worry about it.
That's
Until
an
if
hour
you're
and a
still-
half for you, Lyle, and a half an hour for Tank because he's old.
They're still.
Well,
out.
I got a better idea. How about I throw you a couple bucks for gas? You bring all the boats. You get to test them on an actual lake, like a big lake, and we'll go from there.
We could do that, and we can go crawling also.
That's true. You can hit the damn trail.
There's a trail not too far from where you are.
Shaw Woods.
Valley Venture
Venture
RC
RC.
is close to you.
Yeah, Venture RC.
Yep.
I just got a message from Bushman there a couple days ago. He sent me a screenshot of their events this year. I think the first one is like April 26th, which is like a fundraiser for some kind of local support. I can't remember who it's for, but it's like at night, and you're supposed to bring RCs with lights on them. That's right in my wheelhouse. So I'm definitely going to that.
Oh, Frank. So, all right, Tank, I'll pay shipping on one of those so I can run it in my bathtub. IMAO.
The L.
It's funny on my screen. I don't know if everybody's got the same screen, but KBRC is second from the left below Brad. It looks like Brad's head is on KBC's body.
Yeah. when Zoom a while back, when Zoom refreshed on my phone, it just set it up like that. I liked it better. It was before that update.
I don't think I'm ever going to get that out of my brain. Thank you,
Okay,
Lyle.
now. Well, you've been caught. You're making old jokes on Frank, so maybe
Oh,
Frank's old.
because he's old. I'm not making old jokes. I'm old too, so that's the way it is.
Come on. I think you and Frank are like the same age. What the hell?
No, he's older than me. He's a year older than me from a day.
Thanks, TJ. TJ's leaving.
Oh no, I got to take this apart.
Why bother? It's an SCX 24. Why bother?
I didn't put this thing in there.
Oh, okay.
See, I'm old. I forgot what I didn't put in.
That's what she said.
Yeah.
Oh, you son of a.
What was that about?
Drop something.
No, I didn't drop something. It's something Brad never does, beat locks.
Sounds good, Spin Rush.
Actually, that's not true because I have beat locks on my Grasshopper and
I
my
was just gonna say the Grasshopper.
Hornet, and my Fighting Buggy. They all have.
Did you assemble those beadlocks?
Yes,
All right, just checking.
but they only need 5 screws, unlike the ones you have like 20.
No, I don't even know.
Oh shit, then they're fucking beat locks.
Yeah, they are bead locks. This is a 3-piece rim.
Even Agio's got like
5 screws.
Yes, but it's still a bead lock.
5 screws.
It's
He's
still a
just-
bead lock.
He's just picking on you, Brad. He's probably got some 5-screw beadlocks instead.
Yeah, but that'd be
Yes,
simple if you guys could have those on yours.
I've got some right here.
Big head, weren't you just installing those bead locks with a hammer a minute ago, though?
No, I was taking them off of hex. Sometimes they get stuck on the hex. These are
I
almost
mean,
like
I don't,
press on.
I do too build stuff, Jason. I'm just not familiar with the HBIs to put back together.
Look, he's building something right now. You see him on the screen. He's wrenching on a small car.
Yeah, see that?
I don't think I was beating on, but I mean, you probably use this hammer to hit the axle to get the wheel to come on.
I was just messing with you, buddy. I saw you working on it. I figured it was a capper or an axial type bead because those things get so tight.
Oh yeah, this is the Pro. The axial. Our hobby wheels, I think.
Yes, I got it lined up.
It's too bad Lyle missed that vehicle you're working on, Frank. I think he'd like it.
which one?
The Land Cruiser.
Oh. There's a lot of things I'd like to get, but
No, the vehicle that you're working on, Lyle, too bad he missed you showing it.
okay. RC Run. You ever heard of that company, RC Run?
Yeah, sounds legit though.
I heard of Run DMC.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. One of my favorite groups.
It's more of a trail truck, but the frame on it, just a frame, just this is 9 pounds.
Oh,
But see,
Jason,
how
why
it
you
is,
joking with me? You know I built.
and the transmission is full motor. It's got coil over,
Metal?
not coil over shocks, but coil springs in the back, kind of.
All metal. That's
And
all metal.
This is all metal. This is 9 pound, just as it sounds.
That's
Sits.
crazy.
So
As it
it's
sounds.
as it sounds. Yeah.
As it sounds, sits, rolls, whatever's. Turtle.
See, Lyle probably likes that, don't you, Lyle?
No, I'm actually a fan of lighter trucks. Like the heaviest trail truck I got is 9 pounds, and that's the TRX6. It's a 6-wheel drive, and yeah, it's 9 pounds. So to think of a 2-axle vehicle and 9 pounds without the rest of it, you get as just the chassis. No, that's not.
I thought you liked the scale looks.
Oh, I didn't see what it looked like. It was just a chassis. I don't care what the chassis looks like. I want to see what the body looks like.
Okay, Frank, you have the body.
Well, it's not together, Brad. It's all apart. The hood's not
Damn
even
it.
installed, but it is a Range Rover. It's old, used up. So
Are you going to name it Frank?
no, it's not mine. It belongs to the hobby store, STCRC.
Oh, maybe he'll name it Frank.
Yeah,
Maybe.
because it's old and used up.
Thank you, Keith.
Got full interior. It was actually, this one was actually built and bought in France from JS Scale. They built it and he bought it over there.
I haven't heard of JS Scale.
Okay.
They're brothers. They work together. I gotta bounce, guys.
Hello, Jim.
Bye, Josh.
Dude.
Take care.
See you.
Have a good night.
Yeah. So Brad, you want to end the live now and we can still keep talking, or what do you want to do?
Let's see how many people are in the chat. We still got Jason. He could get back on at any time if he'd like.
Yes, Sergeant. What can I help you with? He said my name in the chat. Say my name.
Oh,
Well,
So,
damn.
Yeah,
who
no
else is in the
shit.
chat besides Jason?
What time is it? Oh, I got time.
Participant. Not many people. Spin Rush just left. Guru and Sergeant.
Only 3 people, Brad.
I'm like, where's the other damn screw? I already put it in there, Tank, so don't feel bad. Looking
You're
around
getting
for the
old.
screw. Yeah.
Uh,
I was panicking for a minute.
Let's see. Live. Current viewers. We got 17 people watching right now. Hey, you went to 24 people tonight. Good job.
Way to go, Brad.
24 people at one time.
Oh, cool.
So how many are in there now? Just 3?
Oh, somebody just popped in. 18. Hey, how you doing? Welcome to Brad's RC chat.
Hey, it's radioactive scale. He says there's 17 watching.
Yep.
Please show yourselves the 17.
Show yourself. He says.
Don't pervert it.
Oh,
Jason's come
Sergeant
back
J
in.
finished.
I'm back
Frank?
to hang out with you suckers for a little bit. What y'all up to, man?
Well, Google could get in if you want.
Keith's over there struggling with that SCX 24.
Oh yeah, the struggle is real.
On that today.
The struggle is real.
Brad, that's what I want to look like. If you send me another truck, I want it to look like what Keith's got in his hands right now. Then I'll work on it. Big head's in the zone.
Oh man, John face on it.
Hey, Frank.
Yes.
Look, Big Head and Eric are twins. Look at them. Both of them got a big old bald head. Look at them.
Y'all got a big head. Me and Big Head got the same size head.
Y'all twins, man.
Just one's been out in the sun more.
That's cool.
Hey, Frank.
I'm jealous because you got hair.
Hey, Frank.
Yes.
Here's what I think you should do. Put in that as an option for everybody. Put in the way to get in offline for chat. Put it in there. If they want to get in on it, they can get in. You can shut down the live.
Bad idea.
It's a bad idea.
Bad idea.
You can get some strange people that comes in.
Yeah.
Or 8-year-olds.
The link is in the chat.
Show
For the
with
next
some
5
random ass
minutes.
wigs on and stuff.
We are
Right.
going to offline chat. If anybody wants to join us, there it is.
And that link is going to be there for about 5 minutes. Then I'm deleting it.
I just want it to be an option for them.
I see what riffraff comes in.
Exactly.
All right. I'm gonna call it a night. I'll see you guys later. Thanks,
Bye,
Brad.
Take care, John.
But you didn't see the naked guy yet. You didn't see the naked
Have a
guy
good
yet.
one.
Exactly.
Oh,
Man, we supposed to get
I didn't
freaking
see the
snow
naked
again,
guy
man.
last time either, because I ran away.
my
Well,
buddy
don't
was
Brad,
having
you
a
ain't
lot.
seen it
manual again. Don't
Brad, I ain't
keep
show
where
you,
can
huh?
find it, John.
What?
Keep that manual where you can find it when you come out to see me and bring it with you, please.
Brad, I know you want to see this.
Hey, yeah, that wasn't funny, man.
I thought it was. Oh, there you go.
Yeah, that looks great.
Kalman.
It's all right.
And Jason's very proud of his Tamai, and I'm happy he is.
It's okay. Came out all right for a novice like me. I don't paint stuff a lot, and I was like, let
I
me
still
see if
love
I can
the-
get
I
some
love the
Tamaya
color.
paint.
But that's like the perfect color for a Nismo style.
Oh, I get it.
Yeah, that was what the box art showed. So I was like, I'll just stick with what the box art showed.
And it's beautiful that way.
See if I can plug this sucker up so you can see the lights and stuff.
Oh, you got the lights working on it too?
Oh yeah. Let's see.
Guru's still awake. I thought he'd been asleep. I know.
Oh no, that's everything.
Look at that. Look at that. Get it tight. Get it right.
Some headlights going in there.
Yes, sir.
Got some tail lights action going there too. Looks good.
It does look good.
Yeah, that does look good.
What was that noise? Did somebody join us?
But can it drift?
Oh yeah, it can. I gotta get to my remote though. It's not in here. I don't want to make too much noise. Everybody went to sleep.
That's all
And
good.
tires, yeah, the wheels will be
Yeah, those
screeching
tires-
across this hard floor.
Yeah, that makes a lot of noise.
But yeah, it came out good, man. I'm happy with it. I actually like driving it too. It's fun.
Good. I'm hoping you'll keep it for your entire life.
Cool. So let's say
No, actually, we'll
goodbyes.
hang on to.
Okay.
Let's say our goodbyes. We'll start with Lyle
Yep. Bye.
and Big Head.
Bye. I enjoyed being here the little short time I was here.
Thank you.
Tank and Brad.
Unknown. Oh, he's choking.
And he's laughing at the same time.
What you need, Tank?
See you. To say bye.
Oh, bye, y'all. Have a
Thanks for
good
joining us,
rest of the
everybody.
week. Stay green.
Stay green. Sergeant.
Later, y'all. Brad, had to bust your balls on that one. We'll correct it next time. We'll be all right.
You did it. You
No
did it in the
worries.
sergeant. You did it in the military sergeant way too.
Pretty good. Had to be tactful. Tactful is what they call it.
Yeah.
Thanks for coming, guys, and go charge up some batteries. Go out there, break something, because if you don't break anything, you're not having fun, right, Brad?
I don't have fun when I break things because then I can't continue my fun.
Yeah, but half the fun is fixing it.
Got to work on them at some point.
I do work on them.
No, you only
Keith.
build them.
Keith, you want to say bye?
Bye.
Okay. Brad, you have
See you later, Brad.
You have the floor to say bye.
Thanks for joining us, everybody. Thanks for the turnout in the chat. I wish I saw more people writing. I didn't see Corey McKenzie leave, but be nice if he could get in the chat one day with us in the video.
Brad, just say bye.
You guy, Corey.
Cool. And those speaker over your head looks awesome.
Because it drives Lyle nuts.